Hi, and actually today's session, we are going to see the solution video of full test 6 JEE Mains. And here is your first question. The thermometers show the readings of the temperature of a liquid using a Celsius meter. So which of the following is the best estimate of the change in temperature of the liquid? See, this is the question. Now, see, look at the first diagram, what they have given here. So first diagram, my reading is minus 5 degrees Celsius, right? And here come minus 27 degrees Celsius, okay? So what is the value? Like final reading is, so final value minus your initial value. So what is the final reading? What we got here is 27 degrees Celsius minus, and here it is minus 5 degrees Celsius. So the value is 32 degrees Celsius, and here my least count is 1 degree Celsius. So the answer is 32 degrees Celsius plus or minus 1 degree Celsius. So 32 plus or minus 1 degree Celsius. Okay. And next question. So here is your next question. 3 rods of identical cross-sectional area, so made from same metal, so form the sides of an isosceles triangle ABC. So right angles at angle B, the points A and B are maintained at temperatures T and root 2 T respectively. In steady state, the temperature of point C is Tc, assuming that only heat conduction takes place. The ratio Tc by T is, see here what they mention, it is an isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle, and one more data what they have given here is a right angle at B. See, for example, if you are keeping this as A, B and C. So here it is at right angle, means if it is at 90 degree, then these two angles should be 45 degree and 45 degree. So here come they mention the value of A, like temperature at A is T, and here in B it is going to be root 2T. So, and what they are asking is Tc by T value. What is the Tc by T value, right? And here they mention steady state. So, what is meant by steady state, right? So, the heat flow in a time is equal, right? So, for each cross-sectional area. So, like that, so I'm just considering now the heat flowing through this, right? So, what is the formula we know? Q by T is equal to K A, K is the thermal conductivity, change in temperature divided by length, alright. So what I'm going to consider, you just name it as heat flow from like B to A as Q1, B to C as Q2 and C to A as Q3, right. So now heat flowing through, so Q2 by T which is equal to Q3 by T. I'm just considering these two. Okay, so now isosceles triangle, if this is L and this is L, means what is this value? Root 2 L. Now what you will have Q2, so thermal conductivity is going to be constant Ka. So what is the change in temperature between like B and C? If you are writing, so root 2 T minus T divided by L, which will be equal to Ka into, so here come what you will write, Tc minus T divided by root 2L. So what you will do, the common values, you will cancel Ka and L, and by like transverse, like cross multiply the term by grouping T, you can find out the Tc by T value. Fine. Next question. The coordinates of a particle moving in a plane are given by, so x is equal to a cos omega t and y is equal to a sin omega t. Fine. Omega is equal to 100 radian per second. The distance travelled by the particle in time interval t is equal to 0 to t is equal to pi by 2 omega. See here what they mention is coordinates. So what is x and what is y? They mention. So in this what you can do is you can find out what is Vx, Vy. So velocity will be Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. Okay, right? So now what they are asking the distance traveled. So velocity is equal to what we know, distance by time. So distance is equal to velocity into time, right? So you need to find out Vx, Vy and the magnitude of this thing. So root of Vx square plus Vy square. Okay. So gravitational field at the center of a semicircle formed by a thin wire AB of mass m and length L as shown in figure S. So this is the question. Now, so what they mention here is semicircle, right? So semicircle, see whenever they are giving the question like this, first you need to consider the linear mass density. So what is linear mass density? Total mass by total length is equal to small mass by small length. Linear mass density is going to be constant. So for this case, I'm telling you total mass by total length, which is equal to small mass by small length. So here you can consider the small portion, right? The angle which it made is like d theta you can consider. And here comes, see, theta value, small portion, and this thing I'm considering d theta. Now dm is equal to m by L into dx. So now dx value. So this is your dx. So dx is the arc length. How you will find your arc length? Linear displacement into angular displacement. So r into d theta. So now what is dm, which is equal to m by L r into d theta. Fine. Now, so what is the length? So the length, like here they mention, okay, here they mention L. You can keep it as capital L itself. So L is equal to, for a total circle it is 2 pi r. So for semicircle it is going to be pi r. Okay. Now you can resolve these components into, like if you are keeping this as dE, and you can resolve this as dE cos theta. And this is d sin theta, x component and y component, right? So here now the angle is from 0 to pi. So if it is from 0 to pi, right? So you need to find out what is dEx and dEy, which means Ex value and Ey value. So what you can write, E vector is equal to Ex I cap plus Ey j cap. So thereby from this you can find your magnitude also. So what is dEx? So integral 0 to pi dE cos theta. And here come it is integral 0 to pi dE sin theta. So what is like dE? So this is nothing but G into dm by r square. Okay, so now G by r square, what is dm? Like we found, this is nothing but m by L r d theta. So if you cancel r square and r, what you will get? Gm integral 0 to pi Gm divided by L r into cos theta d theta. Okay, so if you are doing for like cos theta d theta, no, so 0 to pi, so cos, if you are like integrating, you will get a function in terms of sine. So sine like 180 and sine 0, it is going to be 0. So dEx value will be 0. And now here comes it is integral 0 to pi Okay, so DE again GM by LR sin theta d theta, right? So after integration you need to substitute, like here GM by LR is going to be constant, so 0 to pi integral sin theta d theta. Okay, so after integration if you substitute the value, and as we know it's act along like y axis, right, you will get the answer. So consider Fraunhofer diffraction pattern obtained with a single slit illuminated at a normal incidence. At the angular position of the first diffraction minimum, the phase difference between the wavelets from the opposite edges of the slit. So when it is coming from opposite edges of the slit and first diffraction minimum they mention, okay, so the path difference is going to be, right, lambda. So what is phase difference formula? We know 2 pi by lambda into delta. So now what is the path difference is lambda. So if you cancel lambda and lambda, you will get the answer. A point object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter and it is real image. So when they mention real image, right, sign convention is going to be negative. So formed at a distance of 20 centimeter from a concave mirror. So what is U? U is minus 10 centimeter and V is minus 20 centimeter. So if the object is moved by 0.1 centimeter towards the mirror, right? So object, so du value what they mention is 0.1 centimeter change in object position. So image will shift about. So mirror they mention. So what is the mirror formula? We will take 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So if you are differentiating, what you will get? Minus dV by U square minus du by U square, which is equal to 0. So the formula what we are having here is d by dV by du is equal to minus of, sorry, here it is V square by U square. So dV value, like what you can write then, minus V square by U square divided by into d. So what is V square now? So 20 by 10 you will get 2 the whole square into du value is 0.1. So dV is going to be minus 0.4 centimeter. So that negative sign like mean that object and image moving opposite to each other, which means away from the mirror. The angle of a prism is A. One of its refracting surfaces is silvered. Light rays falling at an angle of incidence 2A on the first surface returns back through the same path after suffering reflection at the silvered surface. Refractive index mu of the prism is. See here what they mention. So they are taking a prism. In that prism, angle of prism is going to be A, right? And one of its reflecting surface is silvered. Now light rays are falling at us. The angle of incidence what they mention is 2A on the first surface returns back through the same path after suffering the reflection at the silver surface, and mu value they are asking. So now we know Snell's law, sin I by sin R. So sin I value here they mention 2A, so sin 2A divided by sin R, refracting surface, angle of the prism and refracting angle is going to be same, so sin A. So mu is equal to, so sin 2A, what is the sin 2 theta formula? 2 sin theta cos theta. So 2 sin A cos A divided by sin A. So if you cancel sin A and sin A, you will get the answer. A uniform rope of mass 0.1 kilogram and length 2.5 meter hangs from ceiling. The speed of transverse wave in the rope at upper end and at a point G. and at a point 0.5 meter distance from lower end will be. So this is the question. What they are asking is speed. So speed, right? A uniform rope and hanging of mass. So what is the formula? Like with respect to tension, what we know is T by mu. So here mu is the mass density again. So mass per unit length. So now for first case, it is going to be mass per unit length mu1. What I will write? So mass is 0.1 and here it is going to be 2.5. So the answer will be 1 by 25. So now tension value, tension is nothing but mg. So 0.1 into 10, what I will get is 1 Newton. So which is equal to root of 1 by 25. So denominator of denominator will come to the numerator. So the answer is going to be 5 meter per second. Right? And at a point 0.5 meter, again they ask. Now you just keep it as T dash by mu. Mass per unit length is going to be same, right? So 1 by 25. T dash value, as we discussed earlier, total tension in total length, which is equal to small tension and small length. So T dash, which is going to be T by L into L dash. So what is T by L? 1 by 25, sorry, 2.5 into 0.5. So this is going to be 1 by 5. So if you are substituting it over here, so T dash value is 1 by 5 and mu, what we know is 1 by 25. So denominator of denominator is coming to the numerator, so root 5. So which lies between like 4 and 9. So the answer should be around 2 point something. So I'm just choosing 2.24 meter per second. Okay. So next question is, at 300 Kelvin, the RMS speed of oxygen molecule is root of alpha plus phi divided by alpha times 2 that of its average speed in the gas. Then the value of alpha will be, right? So RMS speed. So what is VRMS? We know root of 3RT by M. And what is V average? We know root of 8RT by pi m. Now what they mention, VRMS is equal to root of alpha plus phi by alpha times V average, right? So what you can do is you just square like throughout the equation. So 3RT by m, which is equal to alpha plus phi by alpha into 8RT by m. So cancel the terms like whatever is possible and cross multiply, right? So 3 alpha is equal to 8 alpha plus 40, then find out what is alpha. So here I missed pi, it seems. So 3 pi alpha. So you just do the calculation and find out what is alpha. Okay, now the next question is the pressure P and temperature T. Right? Relationship of an ideal gas obeys the equation. So ideal gas obeys the equation Pt square is equal to constant. So here what they mention is Pt square is equal to constant. And what they are asking is volume expansion coefficient, gamma. What is the value of gamma they are asking? So what we know, PV is equal to nRT. Fine. So if PV is equal to nRT, what is PV? No, nRT by V. So could you please substitute the same expression like here? So nRT by V into T square is going to be constant. Shall I write it as T square, T cube is proportional to V. So now again what shall I write? T cube is equal to KV. So if you are differentiating, right? So what you will get? 3T square dt, which is equal to K into dV. Okay. So for dV, what is the value? We know dV is equal to V gamma dt. So if you are substituting this value in this expression, what you will get is, see, 3t square dt kv gamma into dt again. So if you cancel dt and dt, okay, you are in need of which value? Like v value. So gamma is equal to 3t square by k into v. So 3t square by k into, for v, from this expression, like 1 by v value, I'm just writing it as k by t cube. So what I will do again I will cancel the common terms. So t square cube, k and k. So the answer is going to be 3 by t. Next question is, heat is given to an ideal gas in an isothermal process. Internal energy of the gas will decrease. First option what they mention, and internal energy of the gas will increase. Internal energy of the gas will not change. The gas will do positive work. The gas will do negative work, right? So here what they are asking is, so from among these 5 options, what are all the correct options, right? So and here they mention isothermal process. So if it is isothermal process, what we know is change in potential energy is going to be 0, which means change in internal energy is going to be 0. Sorry, as usual, like you potential energy, like. So du, internal energy is going to be 0. So which means there is no change in internal energy. Fine. And here heat is given to the system. Heat is given to the system. So my energy, the heat energy what they are given is like they are given. So it should be greater than 0. So obviously like dq is equal to du plus dw. So there is no change in internal energy. So the gas will do the positive work, right? So option like C and D are correct. The coefficient of apparent expansion of mercury in a glass vessel is 153 into 10 power minus 6 per degree Celsius. And in steel vessel, it is like 144 into 10 power minus 6 per degree Celsius. Fine. So if alpha for steel is 12 into 10 power minus 6 per degree Celsius temperature coefficient, then alpha that of a glass, right? So for a glass, they are asking. So it's like direct substitution question. What was real expansion, which is equal to apparent expansion plus expansion of the vessel. So what we will do is we will equate it for steel with glass, right? Then what are the apparent expansion of glass and steel we need to substitute. Then alpha value, right? The basic calculation, like you will find the value of glass. The Boolean expression for the given circuit is, so here this is OR gate and this is NAND gate and this one is AND gate. And now, so A and B they have given, this is A plus B, and here it is AB input they have given, here it is A dot B the whole bar. And again AND gate dimension. So A dot B the whole bar, from De Morgan's what we know, A bar plus B bar. So you can write the output as A plus B dot A bar plus B bar. So what you will get, A bar plus B bar plus A B bar plus A bar B. Right? So A bar, like the thing with the transpose, right? It is going to be 0. So A bar B bar is equal to 0. So the answer is A bar B plus B bar A. The resistance of a moving coil galvanometer is 20 ohm. It requires 0.01 ampere current for full scale deflection. Calculate the value of resistance required to convert it into a voltmeter of range 20 volt. So resistance to convert it into voltmeter. So it's a direct formula question only. So what we know is V by Ig minus G. Very simple thing. Ig into R plus G. So here they mention galvanometer resistance and the potential and the galvanometer current. So directly you can substitute the values. Current I have taken it as 10 power minus 2 minus 20. Right? So 20 by 10 power minus 2 minus 20. So 2000 minus 20 you will get. So very simple calculation. This is your answer. 2000 minus 20. How will the reading of ammeter change if the key K is closed? Right? So initially K is open, right? So key is not closed, so it is going to be like open, that space. So both the resistors 2R and R is in series combination. So this is going to be 3R, and next case also it is going to be like the resistors. What is in the bottom now? It is 3R, right? So what is the R equivalent? 3R by 2. So very basic Ohm's law only what we are using here. V is equal to IR, and what they are asking about is ammeter current. So I is equal to V by R. So that R stands for R equivalent. So simple thing. So the denominator factor decreases, current will increase. If this is like increases, current will decrease. So this is what we are checking here. Now this is closed. Now these two resistors, right, are in parallel combination. So parallel combination, like what is the formula we know? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 Rp value. So R1 R2 what we will get? 2R square divided by 3R. So this is going to be 2R by 3. So there are two resistors. This is 2R by 3 and one more. This is also 2R by 3. Okay. So now these two are right in series combination. So we need to add. So what we will get? This is 4R by 3. Right. So what is happening now here? Equivalent resistance is getting decreased. So if your equivalent resistance decreases, then current will increase. The question is when the key is closed. So after the key closed, resistance, the net resistance decreases. So thereby current will increase according to Ohm's law. Concentric circular coils X and Y of radius 16 cm and 10 cm respectively lie in the same vertical plane containing the north-south direction. So coil X has 20 turns and carries a current of 16 ampere. Coil Y has 25 turns and carries a current of 18 ampere. The sense of the current in X in anti-clockwise and clockwise in Y. For an observer looking at the coils facing east. So give the magnitude and direction of the net magnetic field. What they are asking is. So what they mention is two concentric circular coils. So if it is a two concentric circular coils, see what is the formula we know? V is equal to mu naught I by 2R. So if there are like n turns, the formula what I will take is mu naught I by 2R into n. So all the values, radius they mention and the number of turns in like X and Y, how much current it is carrying, everything they mention. So what you need to find is Vx and Vy, right, with the help of this expression n mu naught I by 2R. Now about the direction, right. So what they mention here, so if there is a plane, right, so here is the axis. So what they mention, facing west, an observer, right? So one who is like looking at this now. So facing west, right? So what I will do? So this is east, west, north, and south. So now there are two coils. What will happen? Coil 1 and coil 2. In coil 1, like you can keep it as like EX coil. In coil X, current is in anti-clockwise direction, right? And in Y, current is in clockwise direction. So what you are going to use is right hand thumb rule, right? So if you are using right hand thumb rule, so anti-clockwise direction, right? So the current in the coil is anti-clockwise direction. So the extended thumb points the magnetic field direction, right? So now this points like which direction? East direction. So BX is acting along the east direction. And now in coil Y, right, clockwise direction. Clockwise direction, extended thumb will point, like what is the direction? It is pointing west direction. So if it is pointing the west direction, so BY direction is west. So we know very simple concept. So if you are adding the vectors, so greater magnitude direction we will consider. So you can take like whether Bx or By which is greater. So the resultant magnetic field will act along the greater magnitude direction. Fine, and both of them are acting in the opposite direction. So to calculate the net magnetic field, so since it is acting in the opposite direction, we need to subtract. Now, a circular loop of wire of radius r rotates about the z-axis with angular velocity omega. The normal to the loop is always perpendicular to the z-axis at time t is equal to 0. The normal is parallel to the y-axis, right? So an external magnetic field B vector is equal to value they mention is applied. The EMF induced in the loop, right? So circular loop of wire of radius r rotate about z-axis, which means it is rotating in the x-y plane, right? So, and they mention normal to the loop is always perpendicular to the z-axis. So, normal like area vector. See, is so simple. Phi is equal to B vector dot A vector. So, what you will get here, they mention like it is perpendicular to the z-axis. So, if it is perpendicular to the z-axis, it is going to be J cap, right? So, the area. So, here what they placed. Normal is parallel to the y-axis. Again, they mention. So what you will get phi is equal to, so j dot j 1, so by into pi r square. Okay. So BA cos theta, what we will get is, so when they are asking, right? So E value, so d phi by dt, right? So d phi by dt, E is equal to d phi by dt. Point source of power 15 watt is placed at a certain point in the space. The amplitude of the magnetic field at a distance of 2 meters from the sources, right? So 15 watt power they mention, right? And amplitude of the magnetic field at a distance of 2 meters from the source, right? So what is the formula we know for like intensity is power by area, power by area. So now I'm just going to equate this to, so peak value B naught square divided by 2 mu naught into C. So power value what they mentioned 15 divided by pi r square, so pi into 4, which is going to be B naught square divided by 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into 2 into 3 into 10 power 8. Fine. Now, so 4 pi will get cancelled, right? So if you are cancelling this thing now, 4 pi cancel and you are cancelling this to 5, right? So by substituting B naught square value, here what we are having, if it is coming to the denominator, so what we will have is B naught square is equal to root of this 2 is here now. So you need to take B naught value, square root of the thing. Okay. So formula like what I missed here is 4 pi r square it is. A particle A of mass m and charge q is accelerated by potential difference of 50 volt. Another particle B of mass m 4m and charge q is accelerated by potential difference of 2500 volt. The ratio of De-Broglie wavelength lambda A by lambda B is close to. See here, lambda is equal to what we know, h by root of 2mev. So here charge, you can mention it as qv. Charge same dimension. So what I'm writing is lambda is proportional to 1 by root of m into v. So lambda A by lambda B, which is equal to mb into vb divided by ma into v. So what is the mass of the B particle? Is 4m and potential is 2500 volt divided by mass of A particle is m into 50 volt. So m and m 50 and 50, right? So lambda A by lambda B. See, this is going to be under the root. So which is equal to 200. So what shall I write? Root 2 into 10. So root 2 value 1.414 into 10. What we can do is 14.14. So in the photoelectric experiment, if we use a monochromatic light, the IV curve is as shown. If the work function of the metal is 2 electron volt, estimate the power of light used. Assume the efficiency of photo emission is equal to 10 power minus 3%. That is, the number of photoelectrons emitted are 10 power minus 3% of number of photons incident on the metal, right? So efficiency, they mention that efficiency is nothing but number of photoelectrons emitted divided by number of photons incident, right? So now from the graphs, the work function they mentioned 2 electron volt. Okay, so work function they mentioned 2 electron volt, and now like what we will do from the graph. So kinetic energy. So if this is a stopping potential and kinetic energy is opposite to that, so what we will get 5 electron volt. So what is the total energy? Work function plus kinetic energy. So this is going to be 7 electron volt. Fine. So from this, like the formula what we know is power is equal to n into hc by lambda, right? So even you can use n into e by t, right? So now the number of photoelectrons emitted are 10 power minus 3% of number of photons incidents. So while we are calculating that, like we will cancel the terms, right? So the answer will be equal to 7 only. If the net force on a particle depends on the position of a particle as F is equal to x square minus 6x plus 5, then what will be the distance between those 2 points where particle can stay in equilibrium? So equilibrium they mentioned. So equilibrium means net force is equal to 0. So x square minus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. So by doing the factorization, right? So x value you will get it as 1 and 5. So what will be the distance between those 2 points? So between those 2 points, so change in position 5 minus 1, the answer will be 4. Six charges are kept at the vertices of a regular hexagon as shown in figure. The magnitude of force applied by plus q on plus q charge is F, right? So between these two, or like these two, or they are keeping it as F. Then the net electric force on the plus q is NF. Net force on this is NF. Find the value of N. Right, so hexagon they mentioned, so 6 equilateral triangle. If you want to keep this as like R, it is going to be R only everywhere. So first you need to find out all the force, each and every force, and since it is a vector quantity, you need to Just a sec. You need to make a note of the direction also. So whether it is attractive force or repulsive force, a kind of thing. So if this is F, these both are the repulsive force, right? And here comes, this is going to be the attractive force, and this is again attractive force, and this is going to be the repulsive force, right? And here it is again a repulsive force, and here opposite charges, so attractive force. So first you need to find out each and every force, and you need to calculate along the diagonal whether are they acting in the same direction or opposite direction, right? So to the Q, so you can write it as, for example, now this is F, and this is going to be, for this force, this is going to be 2F, and here this is 3F, and this is 4F, and this is again 3F. So depending on the direction, so you need to find out the diagonal forces, right? Based on the direction. So along this direction, what is the force? Along this thing, along this, right? You need to find the net force. Then between these two, like what is the net force, you need to finalize, and you need to confine the forces into the same direction. And based on whether they are acting along the same direction or different direction, you can find the answer. So now, a capacitor of capacitance 1 microfarad withstands a maximum voltage of 6 volt, while another capacitor of a capacitance 2 microfarad, the maximum voltage 4 kilovolt. If they are connected in series, the combination can withstand a maximum voltage. So now individually how much voltage they can withstand, and now they are connecting those two in the sorry for the interruption here. A capacitor of capacitance 1 microfarad and 2 microfarad, and they are like individually withstanding, right? This much of voltage. Now they are connecting in the series combination, right? So when they are connected in the series combination, the maximum voltage, how much it can withstand? This is the question. See, individually, if they are withstanding this much, means CQ is equal to CV. Right, and here Q is equal to again CV. So what is the value over here? C into V, right? So 6 into 10 power minus 6 plus 3, right? So this much of voltage, what will happen? It will, sorry, this much of charge, it will sustain. And now here, it is going to be 8, right? So when they are in the series combination, right? Now, what is the total capacitance over here? 1 by CS is equal to C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So 2 divided by 3. So now V is equal to Q by C. So what is the maximum voltage they can withstand? This is the question. Now, like what is the maximum? Charge is 8 and minimum is 6. The minimum value what I am considering is 6 divided by 2 by 3. So what is the value I will get? If I cancel these things, so 9 kilovolt. Okay. So maximum withstand is 9 kilovolt. The first overtone frequency of open organ pipe. First overtone frequency means 2V by 2L1, which is equal to fundamental frequency of the closed organ pipe, right? So 4V by V by 4L. Okay. right? So now if the length of the closed organ pipe, right? So closed organ pipe is 20 centimeters. So L2 value what they mention is 20 centimeter. So the length of the open organ pipe. So you can cancel like this. So now L1 is equal to 4 L2. So it is going to be 80 centimeter. So here is the last question. Solid sphere of mass m rolls down on inclined plane without slipping from rest at the top of the inclined plane. The linear speed of the sphere at the bottom of the inclined plane is v. The kinetic energy of the sphere at the bottom is n by 10. Right? mv square. Find the value of n dimension. Now, the total kinetic energy, which is nothing but what we know, rotational kinetic energy plus translational kinetic energy. So what is the rotational kinetic energy? Half I omega square plus half m v square. So they mention solid sphere. For a solid sphere, I is equal to 2 by 5 m r square. So if we substitute it here, 1 by 2 into 2 by 5 m r square omega square plus half m v square. Now v is equal to r omega, what we know is, so you just cancel this 2 and 2. So 1 by 5 m v square plus half m v square, right? And now you need to take this m v square as a common term, like outside. So if you are taking this term as a common term outside, mv square into 1 by 5 plus 1 by 2. So after, if you are taking the LCM, now what you will get? The total kinetic energy is equal to 7 by 10 mv square. So the value of n is going to be 7. Thank you.
Okay, good evening everyone. So today we are going to discuss, right, a question paper. So first question, we have the decreasing order of basicity of the following aniline derivatives, right? So if you see, all these are the derivatives of aniline, and the first one is aniline structure. Second one is, in the second structure only we have, so there is a ortho substituted product, right? There is a ortho substituted aniline. Next we have, okay, next we have meta, and the last one is para. Okay, so we know that in aniline the basic strength, right, increases by electron releasing groups, and the as we attach any electron releasing group, in that case the basic strength will increase. But in the presence of electron withdrawing group, the basic strength decreases, right? And one more concept here we have, that is a SIP. SIP is steric inhibition of protonation, and due to steric inhibition of protonation the basic strength decreases, right? Continuously it decreases. So, and this SIP takes place at ortho position, so that's why this will be the least basic aniline. So that is the last one, Q. And the most basic is para substituted aniline, because there is a CH3 group, right, showing that hyperconjugation as well as inductive effect, plus I also there, hyperconjugation also there, right? So that's why hyperconjugation also there, so it is increasing the electron density. Okay, then meta will come, because at meta also there is a CH3 group increasing electron density plus I effect. and last one is then this aniline. Okay, so the most basic is S, then R, then Q, then P will come, and the last one is Q. This is the correct order of basic strength. Okay, so that's why the right answer we have option D. Now the second question is, in the second question, the vapor pressure of pure liquid solvent A is given. Vapor pressure of pure liquid solvent A is given, that is a P naught is 0.80 atm, and when a non-volatile substance is added to the solvent, its vapor pressure drops to 0.60. It means that this is the value of PS, 0.60 atm, and the mole fraction of the component we have to find out. So to calculate the mole fraction, so there is a formula: relative lowering in vapor pressure, P naught minus PS divided by P naught equal to mole fraction of solute. Okay, that is a colligative property. So we can use this colligative property to find the answer, to find the mole fraction. So P naught value is given, that is a 0.80 minus PS value given 0.60 divided by P naught value also given 0.80 equal to mole fraction of solute. So after solving this, the mole fraction of solute will get, this value becomes equal to 0.20 divided by 0.80 equal to mole fraction of solute. So this value we can remove these points, right? It will cancel out. So mole fraction of solute will be equal to 1 by 4. 2 by 8 is 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 is 0.25. So that's why the right answer we have 0.25. Okay. Now the next question is, in this question, benzene reacting with RCl in the presence of AlCl3, and we are heating this, and there is a hydrocarbon we are getting. Okay, so major product we have to find out. Okay, so this is the Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. This is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction, electrophilic, that is a electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction. And we know that in Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction there is an intermediate form that is called R plus. So R plus is carbocation. Okay, so carbocation is electrophile, and that electrophile will attack on benzene ring. But from this RCl, because we have this CH3 CH2 alkyl halide given, CH3 CH2 CH2 Cl, if we remove Cl from this, so we'll get here carbocation CH3 CH2 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 plus. But this carbocation is 1 degree carbocation, and we know that carbocations, right, can rearrange. So now there will be a shifting of hydride, right, from this carbon to this carbon. After hydride shift, H shifting, after hydride shift we will get here CH3 CH2 CH CH3. Now we get 2 degree carbocation, and we know that 2 degree carbocation is more stable than 1 degree carbocation. Okay, so this carbocation now it is going to react with benzene ring, and if you see the product, so the product would be this one. So benzene ring, now it will attached with this carbon, has positive charge 2 degree carbon, and this carbon attached with one CH3 group, and rest is CH2. Question is, if a 10 ml of mixture of CO2 and CH4, right, is burnt in presence of excess of O2, so we have a mixture, there is a mixture given. In the mixture CO2 present plus CH4 present, right, and this mixture is 10 ml. This mixture is 10 ml, is going to burnt in the presence of oxygen. Excess of oxygen, we know that the burning takes place in the presence of oxygen, and then there is a contraction in volume is found of 15 ml. Okay, then volume of CH4 present in original mixture we have to find out. So in this original mixture, how much volume of CH4 is present? Okay, so this is the question. Reaction, because one thing is important here, CO2 cannot react with oxygen, but this methane is hydrocarbon, so we know that methane can react with oxygen. There is a complete combustion reaction, converts into CO2 gas plus H2O, right? We can balance now this reaction. So this is 2H2O and this is 2 times of O2. So CH4 volume we have to find out. So we are assuming X amount of CH4 is present in the mixture. Okay, and we can deal this question in terms of mole, because we know there is a formula, number of mole is equal to volume by 22.4 liters. So volume and number of mole, they are correlated with each other. So suppose from the reaction 1 mole, according to the stoichiometry of the reaction, 1 mole of CH4 is reacting with 2 mole of oxygen, right? And let us say X mole of CH4 will react with 2x mole of oxygen, and how many mole of CO2 will get? X mole. Right? So if we see the total volume consumed will be equal to 3x, right? And we are getting X amount of CO2, and that is a volume of CO2 formed. Volume of CO2 formed is X. So the volume contraction we can calculate. So the contraction in volume will be equal to 3x minus x. So that is equal to 2x. And this contraction in volume given, and that is a 15 given. Okay, 15 ml in the question it is given. So x value we are getting 7.5. So the right answer is 7.5. Okay, I hope this question is clear to everyone. So answer we have 7.5. Now the next question is, which of the following is amphoteric oxide? So amphoteric oxides, we can remember there are some elements and their oxides are amphoteric. Example, we have zinc, aluminium, beryllium, Sb, antimony, Pb, Sn. So generally these kind of elements and their oxides are this is also neutral oxide. Okay, both are neutral oxide. And this N2O4 is acidic in nature. N2O4 is acidic in nature, so the right answer is PbO. PbO is amphoteric. Okay. Now next question is the IUPAC name. IUPAC name we have to calculate for the given question. So for the correct IUPAC name of the given compound, so there is a compound given here. So this is carbon methyl group and this is hydrogen attached with this carbon, and here there is a Br atom. Next OH attached here, and there is a methyl group and there is a hydrogen here. Okay, so We know that in the IUPAC nomenclature the priority is given to OH, so that's why we are giving numbering from this carbon. We are starting numbering from this carbon. This carbon is 1, 2, this is 3, and this is the fourth carbon. So we have to calculate the configuration for second carbon and third carbon, because in the option it is given 2R, 3R, 2R, 3S, right? 2R, 3S, 2S, 3R. So first we are calculating for the second carbon. So for second carbon, priority is given to 1 for OH. Then this whole group will be second. Okay. Then this is the CH3 group, methyl group. This will be third, and hydrogen is fourth one. Hydrogen is fourth one. So priority so basically there is a clockwise rotation, right? Clockwise rotation, and for clockwise we know that, and because this hydrogen is also at dash position, right? So the configuration for clockwise it is R, and yes, hydrogen also present at the dash position, fourth priority group at the lowest position, so this will be R. Okay, so second one, for second carbon the configuration is R. Now let us calculate for third carbon. So this is third carbon, so priority is given 1 to BR, then this whole group will be second one, then this carbon CH3 group will be third one. So again the rotation is clockwise 1, 2, 3. But the lowest priority given at here at wedge position, right? So as per the rotation we are getting R, but because the lowest priority given at wedge position, so configuration gets reversed. So now it becomes 2R3S. This is the actual configuration. Okay, so the right answer for this question is option C, 2R3S, 3 bromo, 2 butanol. Right. Now next question is, in the next question identify P and Q in the following reaction. So there is a reaction given, there is a substrate given, and see in the substrate there is a ester group present. This is ester group, and this is, we have ketone group, right? And we know that ester cannot be reduced by NaBH4. Okay, so NaBH4 only reduce ketone, and ketone gives 2-degree alcohol. So this will be the structure of P. Ketone reduces to alcohol, and the ester remains same. Ester will remain same. Now LiELH4, second one is LiELH4. So we know that LiELH4 is a strong reducing agent. This is a strong reducing agent. It can reduce both ester as well as ketone. Okay, so we'll get the correct structure. We can draw the structure. So ketone is converting into 2-degree alcohol. This is carbon, this is carbon, right? Next carbon also we have. Now next one, this is also carbon, and this carbon converting into CH2OH. This is primary alcohol. Okay, so how many carbons present here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, so this is 1-degree alcohol. 1-degree alcohol, and this rest part in the structure, this part also converts into ETOH. Okay, so basically we have, right, we break this bond and just add hydrogen both sides. Okay, first this part, this group converting into CHO, then further into CH2OH. So the right answer we have option. We can match now option. Which option is given? So option C will be correct answer. Okay. Now the next question we have, Now in the next question, so there is a reaction given A plus 2B giving C plus D, and this data given, initial concentrations given for A and B, initial rate of formation given, okay, rate of formation given for D, and the correct rate law expression we have to write. So for the given reaction, the rate of reaction can be written like this. General rate we are writing K into concentration of A into concentration of B to the power of n to the power of m. N and m. What is n? What is m? This is order of reaction, right? So orders we have to calculate first, then we'll put the value of order in this equation, we'll get the rate. So order, how we'll calculate this order? Now see this, let us say this is equation 1, this is 2, this is third, this is fourth one, okay? So what we are doing, first we are taking 1 and 4. 1 and 4, because in 1 and 4 the concentration of B is common 0.1, 0.1. So if you take 1 and 4, by taking 1, 4, the rate of reaction, okay, for 1, we can take the ratio directly, and ROR for fourth one will be equal to, because we know that the rate of reaction can be written like the concentration of A into concentration of B, and see these are the concentrations given. So directly I am taking the ratio, because K to K will get cancelled, or else we can put here K also, K into concentration of A. For first, concentration of A is given 0.1 and the concentration of B is given as 0.1 to the power of m. Divide by K. In the fourth equation, concentration of A is given 0.4 to the power of n. Concentration of B is 0.1 to the power of m. So this will get cancelled. K to K also cancel, right? And this decimal also we can remove. So we can write 1 by 4 to the power of n. And the rate of reaction for the first is given 6 into 10 to the power of minus 3, divided by, for the fourth one it is given 2.4 into 10 to the power of minus 2, right? And so after solving this, we can remove this point, we can write here 0, okay? So we'll get here 1 by 4, because we can divide this 6 4 the 24, okay? So 1 by 4, and the upper part becomes 10 to the power minus 2, and 10 to the power minus 2 to minus 2 will get cancelled, so we are getting 1 by 4, and this also 1 by 4 to the power of n. So n value here we can take 1, so n value we are getting 1, okay? Similarly, we can take now equation number second and third. By taking second and third, this is the second one, this is the third one, rate given. So by taking second and third, we can calculate ROR, rate of reaction for the second one. We can take the ratio directly, ROR for third equal to K into concentration of A is given 0.3 to the power of n, concentration of B 0.2 to the power of m, divide by K. Concentration of A is given 0.3 to the power of n, concentration of B 0.4 to the power of m. So this value will get cancelled, and the rate of reaction for the second equation given 7.2 into 10 to the power of minus 2, divided by 2.88 into 10 to the power of minus 1 equal to 0.2 divided by 0.4 to the power of m. It can be written like this, okay? So we can solve this. After solving this, right, again we'll get here, after calculating this value, we'll get here 1 by 4 equal to this value will be 2 by 4. 2 by 4 is 1 by 4. 1 by 2 to the power of m. Okay. So 1 by 4 can be written like this: 1 by 2 to the power of 2 equal to 1 by 2 to the power of m. So m value we are getting 2. So n value we got, how much n value we got? N value we got, m value is 2 and the n value is 1. So that's why the order of the, rate of reaction is K into concentration of A into concentration of B to the power of 2. This is the correct answer. Right? Now the next question we have. Next question is SN1 reaction. SN1 reaction is feasible in. We know that SN1 reaction takes place via formation of carbocation. In SN1, carbocation form, right? So if you remove Cl, we'll get here CH3 whole thrice plus, this is 3 degree carbocation. From the second one, we'll get 1 degree carbocation. From the third, after removing Cl, we'll get this phenyl carbocation, which is highly unstable. And from the fourth one, we'll get here again 1 degree carbocation, but this carbocation can rearrange. So here methyl shifting can occur. So after methyl shifting, we'll get this one, CH2 plus, that is a benzylic carbocation. But benzylic carbocation, again this benzylic carbocation is that is a less stable than 3 degree carbocation. So that's why the correct answer will be option A. Okay, most feasible reaction with option A. Now next question, choose the correct order for the given property. Okay, so O2 minus 1, O2 plus bond order. So bond order we have to find out. So we can use MOT, molecular orbital theory, right? So by using molecular orbital theory, we will get the bond orders. And this is not the actual correct bond order for this question. The solubility is given. Solubility also not correct because top to bottom solubility, right, in water increases. But the fourth one, if you see the fourth option is correct. MgO, calcium oxide, beryllium oxide. This is the correct order of melting point. That is the experimental order, right? So there is an experimental order for the calculation of. Now next question is for the reaction A plus 2B giving C plus D, the equilibrium constant given Kc, and see the Kc value is very high, 10 to the power of 9. It means that the reaction is almost completed, right? And we can take approximation, reaction is almost completed. So if the initial moles given 0.5, 3.5, 0.5 mole of respectively in 1 liter vessel, so volume is given 1 liter. So what is the equilibrium concentration of B at equilibrium point? So in equilibrium, always write first reaction A plus 2B giving C plus D, right? And for this reaction, Kc value given 10 to the power of 9, which is a very high. So initially A, number of mole given 0.5, and for for B it is given 1, and for C it is given 3.5, and for D it is given 0.5. Okay, 3.5 and 0.5. Now at equilibrium point, at time equilibrium point, we can write like this: 0.5 minus x. So this is 1 minus 2x, and this will be 3.5 plus x. This is 0.5 plus x. Okay, so because the A is only 0.5 mole, okay, and we are considering the reaction is almost completed. So what we can do, we can take x value. So we can take this approximation 0. Or else we can take x approximately equal to 0.5. Okay. So by taking this x 0.5, so C will be equal to 4 at equilibrium and D will be equal to 1. Now this 1 minus we are assuming 0.5 minus x, we are taking this y. Okay, then this 1 minus 2x will be 2y. 1 minus 2x will be 2y, and the Kc value given. So from Kc, if we write the expression of K for given equation, it will be concentration of C into concentration of D divided by concentration of A into concentration of B to the power of 2. So C concentration is 4 because volume is given 1 liter. So number of mole 4 by 1 is 4 only. So 4 into 1 divided by concentration of A. We have assumed Y into concentration of B is 2y to the power of 2, and the Kc value given 10 to the power of 9. Okay, so this becomes 4 by 2 to the 4 to the power of 3 equal to 10 to the power of 9. So y value becomes equal to 1 by so this becomes now y cube. 4 to 4 will get cancelled, so 1 by 10 to the power of 9. So y equal to 1 upon 10 to the power of 3, and now this value will be equal to 0.001. This is the value of y, right? So concentration of B is 2y. Concentration of B is 2y. This is the concentration of B, 2y. So that is equal to multiply by 2 in 0.001. So we'll get here 0.002. This will be the correct answer, right? Now the next question is incorrect statement about the about compound Q. So there is a substrate given, and this is a amide CONH2 reacting with NaOH Br2. Okay, so this reaction is Hofmann's bromide reaction, and in this reaction we can get only 1 degree amine. It gives 1 degree amine, okay, NH2, and that is a aromatic amine. So which one is incorrect? And this aromatic amine, it gives positive carbylamine test. Yes, it can give carbylamine test because that is a primary amine, okay, but it cannot be prepared by Gabriel thalomite synthesis, because from Gabriel thalomite synthesis we can get only aliphatic. We can get only aliphatic amine, aliphatic 1 degree amine. So incorrect statement is option B. Okay, and this amine, this aromatic amine alanine on reaction with NaNO2 followed by Cu2Cl2, that is a Sandmeier's reaction, and we know that first we'll get diazonium salt, then the diazonium salt, this is diazonium salt, N2 plus Cl minus. So this diazonium salt on further reaction with Cu2 Cl2HCl, it converts into chlorobenzene. So this third option is also correct. And this aniline forms yellow color dye with diazonium salt in mild acidic condition. Yes, that is also correct statement. It can form yellow color dye. Okay, but we need to choose incorrect one. So the incorrect one is this one, option B. Right? Now the next question we have, which of the following complex is most stable among the following? So generally the stability of complex, right, we can explain by the chelation effect, and because in the 4 options there is a ligand given C2O4 minus 2, that is a oxalate, and there are 3 oxalate given, and the oxalate can form ring, okay, with the Fe. And if you see the structure of the complex, so this is the structure of the complex, and see there is a 3 membered rings are present, and because of the 3 membered ring, this complex becomes most stable complex, right? This is known as chelation effect. now the next question we have, which what is incorrect about the reaction of KMnO4 and oxalic acid. So reaction of KMnO4 and oxalic acid, so let us first write the reaction. The reaction we have oxalic acid is C2O4 minus 2 reacting with KMnO4 is MnO4 minus. We are writing reaction in ionic form. Okay, this is oxalate ion plus MnO4 minus converting into Mn2 plus CO2, right? And now we can balance the reaction. That is a redox reaction. So 5 times of 2 times and 16H plus. This is complete reaction. This is complete reaction 2Mn2 plus 10 times of H2O plus 8 times of H2O. This is the complete balance reaction. Now see, in this reaction MnO4, Mn has plus 7 oxidation state converting into Mn plus 2, right? So this reaction giving CO2, yes, CO2 is formed in the reaction. Decolorization is fast in beginning but becomes slow after the some time. Actually what happens in the reaction, Mn2 plus, right, behaves like a auto catalyst. So because of this auto catalyst, initially we have only KMnO4, but initially the reaction rate will be slow, but after the formation of Mn2 plus, the rate of reaction will increase. Okay, so incorrect we have to choose. So incorrect one is option B. Initially decolorization is slow, but after some time, after the formation of Mn2 plus, the decolorization becomes fast. Okay, and yes, Mn2 plus is autocatalyst, that is autocatalyst, and it is a redox reaction. Yes, this is a redox reaction because carbon oxidation state is increasing here and Mn oxidation state is decreasing. Okay, so carbon oxidation state we can find, but that is a plus 3. So the right answer option B. Now next question we have. In the next question there is a substrate given and this substrate is reacting with zinc HgScl. So this is a Clemenson's reduction, and we know that in Clemenson's reduction directly this CO group converts into CH2 group, right? And there is a acid sensitive group present. So this OH, right, will be substituted with Cl atom. So the final product will be like this: CH2, CH3, and this will convert into Cl. So the answer we have option B. Right? Now next question. Next question is oxygen gas given and its weight also given. Its weight is given around 64, is expanded isothermally and reversibly. So there is an isothermal process reversibly from 1 atm to 0.25 atm. Calculate the entropy change assuming the gas to be ideal. So for ideal gases there is a formula to find the change in entropy, and that is, this is for isothermal process. Directly we can use 2.303 nr log P1 by P2. P1 by P2. This formula, right, can be used to find the change in entropy. Now put all the values. Number of moles not given but weight given. So weight of oxygen is 64 divided by molecular weight of oxygen is 32. Okay, R value is 8.314, or we can use 8.31 into log P1. Initial pressure given 1 atm and the final pressure given 0.25. So this value will get that is a 2 only. Okay, so 2.303 multiplied by 2 into 8.31 log, and we can remove this decimal. We'll get here 00. So this value will be 4, and the log 4 value is, so we are getting here 4. So 2.303 into 2 into 8.31, log 4 value is 0.60. So after multiplication with all these values, so approximate answer will get 23. So in option 23 given, that is the correct answer. Right? Now next question, which of the following enzyme converts starch into maltose? So starch can be converted into maltose by diastase enzyme. So that is a theoretical question. Directly we can remember. Now next question is, consider the following statement, okay, and which of the following is not true. So we have first, EU2 plus is a strong reducing agent. So that is a correct one, because we know that EU is most stable in +3 oxidation state, and the reducing agents are those they reduce to other self oxidize. So this EU2 plus can convert into EU +3 because this is the most stable oxidation state. This statement is true only, first one. Second one, Ce+4 is a strong oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agents are those which oxidize to others but self-reduce, right? And Ce+3 oxidation is most stable. So that's why Ce+4 can self-reduce to Ce+3. That is also correct statement given. And then curium have electronic configuration. Yes, this configuration is also correct for curium. Okay. Next statement given, Yb2 plus is a strong oxidizing agent. It means if it is a strong oxidizing agent, it will oxidize to others but self reduce. Okay. But we know that this Yb plus 3 is most stable oxidation state. Okay. So that's why Yb2 plus cannot behave as a oxidizing agent because it is self oxidizing. It is not getting self reduced. So the incorrect statement we have option D. Right? Now next question we have, there is no SS bond in the given. So directly we can refer their structures, and in NCERT also there are structures given, and we'll find that in S2O7 minus 2 there is no SS direct linkage. In S2O7 minus 2 there is a SOS bond. Okay, so the right answer is option D. There is no SS linkage direct bond. Now next question, the product of the following sequence of the reactions. So there is a phenol derivative given, and this phenol is reacting with CaCl3 in the presence of NaOH heating, then H3 plus. So this reaction, we know that phenol shows Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So this question is also related with the Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So first we will get this particular substrate OH. Here we have methyl group CH3 converting into, first it will convert into, so at ortho position with respect to this group, at ortho position CHO will come, right? So this is CHO will come, here methyl group present, right? Now this is Riemann-Tiemann. So next step is Br2 reacting with Fe. Br2 reacting with Fe. So OH is donating group, right? Showing plus M, and this CHO is electron withdrawing group. So with respect to OH, right, Br is electrophile, so it will come at the para position with respect to OH. So the final answer will be, second step is a simple electrophilic substitution, electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction. So here Br will come, and at this position CH3 present, and here CH2. This is the correct answer, right? So the correct answer we have option C. Now next question is integer type question. So next one is, write the total number of electrons possible with n equal to 5, l equal to 3, and s equal to -1/2. So n equal to 5 means principal quantum number given 5, and l value 3 represents f orbital. So there is a 5f orbital, okay, and we know that f subshell contain 7 orbitals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7 3 3 6 1 7, and we have to take electrons with minus half spin. It means in all the f orbitals one electron will come with the minus half spin. So total number of electrons possible here 7 electrons. So 7 is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. How many carbocations will undergo rearrangement? So rearrangement in first one, because that is a 1 degree carbocation, and after the hydride shift, because there is a hydrogen present here and this hydrogen can shift here, so this carbocation can show rearrangement. Second one is 3 degree carbocation, but here also one hydrogen present, this hydrogen can shift here, and on this carbon positive charge will come after the rearrangement, and that carbocation is near to nitrogen, and nitrogen can show plus M. So here also rearrangement possible. Third one is already 2 degree carbocation. Suppose if we shift this carbocation on this carbon, again it becomes 2 degree. So there is no right scope of the rearrangement, because again we are getting the same degree of carbocation. So no rearrangement in this carbocation. Okay. Now next one is so there is a ring present, right? So with respect to this ring, 5-membered ring, next carbon has positive charge, so there is a ring expansion can takes place here. So in this carbocation also rearrangement possible, here also rearrangement possible, right? Even in this carbocation also, because with respect to the 5-membered ring, next ring has positive charge, but next carbon is attached with positive charge. Here also ring expansion can occur. Arrangement can occur, right? Next one is also because this carbocation now it is 2 degree, but after the rearrangement on this carbon atom, it becomes 2 degree, but there is a resonance present with double bond. So here also rearrangement can take place. So we have total number of carbocations 5. In 5 molecules, carbocations can rearrange. Okay. So the right answer is 5. Now next question we have the conductance of 0.0015 molar aqueous solution of a weak monobasic acid was determined by using conductivity cell consisting of platinized platinum electrode. So the concentration is given 0.001, so that is a molarity. So we can write here molarity, this is capital M. Now the distance between the electrode is given 120. Distance is given, means L value given 120 centimeter. Area also given between the two electrodes 1 centimeter square, and the conductance of the solution was found to be conductance also given, that is a G 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7 S. The pH of the solution is 4. Solution pH also given 4, right? The value of limiting molar conductivity of this weak monobasic acid we have to find out. So limiting molar conductivity, to find the limiting molar conductivity, there is a formula alpha is equal to lambda m by lambda naught m. So we need, but in this relation we need lambda m and we need alpha also, right? So how we'll get first lambda m, because there is a relation lambda m is equal to kappa into 10 to the power of 3 divided by molarity concentration. But again kappa is not given, concentration given. But kappa we can find out from the conductance and cell constant, because kappa is equal to conductance into cell constant G star. So G is conductance 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7 given into cell constant given. Cell constant is L by A. Cell constant is L by A. So we can calculate the value 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7 into L is 120 given, divided by area is 1. Right? So this value will be equal to so 6 120 multiplied by 5 is, or else we can write 12 multiplied by 5 is 60 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So it can be written 6 into 10 to the power of 6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 s per centimeter. This is the value of K, kappa we got. Now this kappa we can put in this relation. 6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by concentration given 0. Concentration given as 0.0015. Okay. Now we need to solve this. So this value becomes 6 into 10 to the power of minus 2 divided by 0.0015. Okay. So now we can solve this. It becomes, after removing this decimal, we can write here 10 to the power of 4. So now it becomes 6 into 10 to the power of 2 divided by 15. So we can solve it and we'll get here 600 by 15 is nothing, that is a 40. Okay. So 40. So lambda m we got 40 s centimeter square mole inverse. This is the value of lambda m. Okay. Now how we'll calculate the alpha value, because there is a weak monobasic acid given and its pH value given, and we know that for weak monobasic acid HA can dissociate into this form H plus plus A minus. Okay. Let us suppose the concentration of HA is weak acid is C. Initially it will be 0 0, and at a time equilibrium it will be C minus C alpha. This is C alpha, C alpha. So H plus concentration can be written like this, C into alpha, and alpha will be equal to H plus concentration divided by C. H plus concentration we can find out from the pH value, because pH value is given 4. So H plus concentration becomes 10 to the power of minus 4, and the concentration of acid is, concentration of the solution is given, that is a 0.0015. So it becomes 1/15. So approximately it is coming 0.067. This is the value of alpha, right? Now lambda, because alpha is equal to lambda m by lambda, no, okay, let us take this symbol. On previous slide we took this symbol, right? So here also I am taking alpha is equal to lambda m by lambda naught m. So lambda naught m becomes equal to lambda m by alpha, and lambda m we got 40. Alpha is 1/15. Okay. So if you put here 1/15, it becomes 40 into 15. So that is again 600 s centimeter square mole inverse. This is the value of lambda naught m. Whereas we can write 6 into 10 to the power of 2. Okay, so that's why answer is 6. So 6 is the correct answer. 6 into 10 to the power of 2, 6 will be the correct answer. Okay. Now, next question we have, what weight of urea? What weight of urea in milligram we have to find out should be taken for Geldar's analysis, so that the volume in ml of 0.50 normal H2SO4 used will be equal to percentage of nitrogen in urea. So the percentage of nitrogen in urea will be equal to the volume of H2SO4, right? And its concentration given. So first we can find out the percentage of nitrogen in urea. So urea formula is NH2CuNH2. Total weight is 60 and the weight of nitrogen is 28. So percentage of nitrogen will be equal to, here there is a formula, weight by total weight into 100. So weight of nitrogen is 28 divided by total weight is 60 into 100. So we'll calculate this value and we'll get here 46. So this is 46% of nitrogen present in 60 gram of urea. Okay, and this will be the, because in the question it is given, we have to take this volume of H2SO4. So this will be the volume of H2SO4, right? Now according to Geldar's method, according to this Geldar's method, there is a relation, Geldar's method. Percentage of nitrogen will be equal to normality of acid multiplied by volume of acid multiplied by 1.4 divided by, direct relation we can use, 1.4 divided by weight of sample. Weight of sample. So weight of sample we can find out from this relation. So weight of sample will be equal to percentage of nitrogen. So normality of acid is given 0.5 or 0.5 multiplied by volume of acid. This is volume of acid. We have to take 46 into 1.4 divided by percentage of nitrogen. We got 46. So 46 to 46 will get cancelled. So 0.5 multiplied by 1.4. So this value we are getting 0.7 gram. Okay. So, but we have to calculate in milligram. So multiply by 1000. After multiplying with 1000, this value will becomes 700 milligram. If you multiply here with 1000, we'll get here 700 milligram. So the right answer we have 700 milligram. Okay. This is the correct answer. I hope everyone, this question is clear to all of you. Now the next question is the degree of hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and weak base in 0.1 molar solution is found to be 50%. If the molarity of solution is 0.5 molar, then the degree of hydrolysis we have to calculate. So remember, degree of hydrolysis, the degree of hydrolysis for salt of weak acid plus weak base, right? It doesn't depend upon the concentration. It is independent. It is independent on concentration. So that's why degree of hydrolysis remains same. It should be same only. So that is a 50%. Okay. Okay everyone, I hope this question is clear to all of you. Right? Or else you can write the relation for weak acid, weak base, H upon 1 minus H equal to under root of AW by KA into KB. This is the relation. So this H doesn't depend upon the concentration. So it remains same, 50%. Okay. So this is all about the question paper. I hope you understood all the questions. So thank you everyone. We'll meet in next session. Thank you.
Okay, so the first question says that here they are given A, B, C, B, 3 by 3 matrices such that A is symmetric. So A is symmetric means yes, A transpose is equals to A, and B and C are skew symmetric matrices. So B is equals to minus of B transpose and C is equals to minus of C transpose, right? So now from here they given S1, that is A power 13 B power 26 minus B power 26 A power 13 is symmetric. So if I take, first I am taking S1, let us consider that is one matrix M, which is equals to A power 13 and B power 26 minus B power 26 and A power 13. Now they mentioned it is symmetric. So according to the option they given the M, which is equals to M transpose. That means when you take transpose for the S1 statement, whatever matrix they have given, again the transpose will give the original matrix only, right? So that is what we need to verify here. So for that what I will do, I will take the transpose on both sides. So when you take transpose for the addition or subtraction of the matrices, then individual transpose you will get. That will be A power 13 B power 26. So whole transpose minus B power 26 and A power 13. So whole transpose, right? So now we have AB whole transpose. If I take, that is nothing but the B transpose into A transpose, and A power N and whole transpose if I take, it is same as the A transpose whole power N. Okay, so for n belongs to any natural number. Now from here what will happen? First it will become B power 26 whole power transpose, that I am writing as B transpose whole power 26 and A transpose whole power 13 minus, so A transpose whole power 13 and B transpose whole power 26. Now you see A transpose is equals to, we have A only. So in place of A transpose what I can write? I can write A only. So in place of B transpose what we can write? Minus B. So minus B power 26, that will become B power 26 and it will be A power 13 minus A power 13 and B transpose is equals to minus B and power 26, even number, it will become positive one again, right? So B power 26. Now if we see our M and M transpose relation, if we see, so if I take minus a common here, then you will get A power 13 B power 26 minus B power 26 A power 13. This is our matrix M. So M transpose, which is equals to minus M, which means what it is, the matrix M is a skew symmetric matrix, but they given symmetric matrix only, right? So here you are getting S1, whatever S1 they have given, that is actually the skew symmetric matrix. What it is? Skew symmetric matrix, right? So here option S1, okay, the S1 statement so is not true. So here option B, you see only S1 is true, so it is not going to possible. And here they mention S1 and S2 are false. This is possible because we got S2 as false, and here both S1 and S2 are true. S1 they mentioned true, so this is also not the answer. Now we will verify the S2 as well. So if I take S2, what is S2 here? The S2 is A power 26 C power 13 minus C power 13 A power 26. So that I am taking as the S2, I am taking some N matrix I am taking. N is equals to, they have given, so A power 26 C power A power 26 C power 13 minus, so C power 13 and A power 26. So they mention it is symmetric only again. That means they have given N is equals to N transpose. We need to verify whether it is possible or not. Let's take n transpose. If I take n transpose, directly we will write C transpose whole power 13, or if I write C power 13, yes, C transpose whole power 13 and A transpose whole power 26 minus, so C transpose whole power 13 and A transpose whole power, sorry, this part will become reverse, right? So when you take this part, then it will become, yes, so A transpose whole power 26 and C transpose whole power 13, and we know A transpose is equals to A only because A is a symmetric matrix and C is a skew symmetric matrix. So C transpose is equals to minus C. Now what will happen? Minus C whole power 13, that will become minus C power 13 and A power 26, and here minus A power 26 and C transpose will become minus C, so it will become plus C power 13, right? Now if you observe this part, A power 26 C power 13 minus C power 13 A power 26. Now n transpose if you have taken, that is again giving the matrix n only. That means n transpose is equals to n. So this is true, right? That means S2 is a symmetric matrix, right? The S2 is a symmetric matrix. That means statement S2 is true. Now which one is the option now? Only S2 is true. That is the answer. So option A is the answer for us, right? Let the next question. Yes. So let the system of linear equations. Yes, they have given the linear equations. In which format these are? Yes, Ax is equals to 0. That means homogeneous system of equations. So they mention non-trivial solution. So non-trivial solution means what should happen? The coefficient matrix determinant should become 0. So for what values of lambda and mu, the coefficient of matrix determinant is becoming 0. So what is coefficient of matrix determinant here? Yes, so 4 lambda 2 and 2 minus 1 1 and mu 2 3. So if I apply the determinant for this one, then you will get to the 4 times of minus 3 minus 2, that will become minus 5 minus lambda times of 6 minus mu and plus 2 times of, so 4 plus mu, so which is equals to 0. Now minus 20 minus 6 lambda plus lambda mu plus 8 plus 2 mu, which is equals to 0. So we are getting lambda mu plus 2 mu minus 6 lambda, 8 minus 20 minus 12, so which is equals to 12. Now we got this relation. Now what we will do, because here they have given the options, so with the help of options we will try to identify the mu and lambda value. So first option here they given mu is equals to 6. So if I go with the option verification, here they mention mu is equals to 6. If I substitute mu is equals to 6 here, then you will get 6 lambda plus 2 6 12 and minus 6 lambda, which is equals to 12. Now this entire part is becoming 0, right? Which means what does it mean? Lambda is independent. Lambda can be any value here. So that means lambda can be any real value. So option A is satisfying, right? So that will be the answer. Now if you want to verify, you can go with the second option, third option, fourth option also. So for suppose let's take D, mu is equals to minus 6. Take mu is equals to minus 6. That what will happen? So option D, if I take suppose, then it will become minus 6 lambda, right? And minus 12 and minus 6 lambda. So which is equals to 12. Now if you simplify this, you will get minus 12 lambda is equals to 24. Then lambda equals to minus 2 you are getting. But here they mention lambda belongs to R. So this is not going to the answer. Same way, option B and option C also won't satisfy. Clear? Yes. Let's take one more question. The third question, yes. So here point A, B, C they have given. They mention these 3 points and the line Y is equals to EMX, which M is greater than 0, intersects the lines AC and BC at point P and Q respectively. So let A1 and A2 be the areas of triangle ABC and triangle PQC respectively, such that here A1 is equals to 3 times of A2, then the value of M is equals to how much they are asking. See here I have taken the points exactly with respect to their positions. Okay, so minus 1 comma 1 second quadrant, 2 comma 0, it is on the x-axis, and B on the in the first quadrant, 3 comma 4. So with the help of this, so we have got the perfect diagram for that. And this y is equals to mx, you see it is a line passing through the origin, and m is, they mention it is positive value, right? So here only I have taken. So AC divides point P, and BC divides the y is equals to mx at point Q. So we need to find this point P and point Q we need to calculate. Okay, so if we are able to find these two, then by applying this condition A1 and 3A2. So to find A1, we can find A1 because we have vertices, it's a 2 comma 0. We have vertices, area of a triangle ABC we can take, and 3A2. That means A2 is area of triangle PQC. For that we need P and Q points. First we will take the A1, right? So if I take A1, what they mentioned, A1 is area of triangle ABC, right? So we have area of triangle formula, right? Using stair method I am writing. So here minus 1, 1, and 3, 4, 2, 0, minus 1, 1. So if I simplify this, so 1 by 2 times of, so minus 4 and minus 3, minus 4, minus 3, plus 0, minus 8, and plus 2, and minus 0. This value will become 1 by 2 times of minus 7, minus 8, minus 15, minus 15 plus 2, that will be minus 13. Since area is always positive, so the A1 value, how much you are getting? A1 is equals to 13 by 2 square units you are getting, area of a triangle ABC. Right. Now next what we need to find? We need to find the point P and point Q. So for that what I am taking is, wherever the point P is there, it is a point on the y is equals to mx line only, right? So I am choosing the point P as on the y is equals to mx line. So point P I am taking as the some x1 if I fix, then y1 value will become mx1. Okay, and point Q I am taking as the x2 comma mx2. And we have C point also, the C point is 2 comma 0, because P and Q are on the y is equals to mx line only. So from here I have taken the point P and point Q as well. Now A2 is equals to what they given? It is area of triangle PQC they mention. So which is equals to 1 by 2 times of, so again we have vertices, so x1 mx1 and x2 mx2 and 2 0, and again x1 mx1. Okay, so which is equals to 1 by 2 times of, so mx1 x2 minus mx1 x2 and plus 0 minus 2 mx2, and write 2 mx1 next one, right, and minus 0. Now mx1 x2 and mx1 x2 gets cancelled. So which is equals to 1 by 2 times of, from these two if I take 2 m common, then you will get x1 minus x2. Again 2 gets cancelled. So which is equals to m times of mod of x1 minus x2. Anyway m is positive value only they mention. So this is our A2 value, that is area of a triangle PQC. So what they given? They given, so A1 is equals to 3 times of A2 they have given, right? So the given condition is A1 is equals to 3 times of A2 they have given. A1 value if you see, what is our A1 value? Yes, 13 by 2. So A1 is 13 by 2. So which is equals to 3 times of, what is our A2? Just now we got, that is m times of mod of x1 minus x2. Now from here what will happen? The mod of x1 minus x2, which is equals to, so 13 upon, so 3 2s are 6 m you are getting, right? And keep this one aside. Now we have the PQ, y is equals to mx1 or y1 is equals to mx1, and the equation of AC. So the point of intersection of these two only we got it as the point P, that is our x1 comma mx1. Now we can find equation of AC, right? Because we have A point as, if you see the point A is minus 1 comma 1, right? And C is 2 comma 0. Now equation of AC we can find by using the 2-point form. Then that will become y minus 1 is equals to, so 0 minus 1 upon the 2 plus 1 time of x minus of minus 1, that will become plus 1. Now from here what will happen? So 3y minus 3, which is equals to minus x minus 1. So here x plus 3y and minus 3 plus 1 minus 2 equals to 0. This is our equation of AC. And there is point P. P is also lies on this part only now. We have this one, y1 is equals to mx1, and here equation of AC is our x1 plus 3y1 minus 2 equals to 0. Now if I substitute the y1 value here, then what will happen? x1 plus 3 times of mx1 minus 2, which is equals to 0. Now if I take x1 common from here, you will get the, so 2 upon 1 plus 3em. That means point P or x1 value only we need. We got x1 value now. In the same way, now if you take y1 is equals to y2 is equals to mx2, and equation of BC if you take. Okay, so what is point B we are having? The point B we are having it as B is 3 comma 4 and C is 2 comma 0. So if you take B and C line joining, and this y1 y2 is equals to mx2, if you solve those two, you will get the x2 value as well, right? So if I take that condition, now we got the x1 value, and next we are solving for the x2 value now. So to get the x2 value, how you will get x2 value? By solving the equation of BC, and this y2 is equals to mx2. Okay, so B point we are having it as the 3 comma 4. Yes, 3 comma 4, and point C we are having as the 2 comma 0. Then equation of BC, that will become the y minus 4 is equals to, so 0 minus 4 upon 2 minus 3, that will be 1 time of x minus 3. Now y minus 4 is equals to minus 4x plus 12. So you will get 4x plus y minus 4 minus 12, that will become minus 16, which is equals to 0. Now the point Q lies on this part only. y2 is equals to mx2, which means 4x2 plus y2 minus 16, which is equals to 0. Now from here what will happen? We are having the y2 is equals to mx2. If I substitute 4x2 plus mx2 minus 16 equals to 0, by taking x2 common, then you will get a 16 by 4 plus em, right? This is going to be our the value of the x2, 3 comma 4 and 2 comma 0. Then y minus 4 equals to, so 0 minus 4 upon 2 minus 3. Yes, here you will get the negative. Then it will become positive and it will become negative now, right? So it will become plus 12. So negative gets cancelled. So it will become minus 12. Now from here 4x minus y and minus 12 plus 4, that will become minus 8, which is equals to 0. So from here you will get the x2 expression or x2 value. If you take the x2 value will become, so 4x2 minus y2 and minus 8 equals to 0. So from here x2 if I take common, then 4 minus m, which is equals to, because it is mx2 only, which is equals to 8. So from here x2 is equals to 8 by 4 minus m. Now we have this relation, right? Mod of x1 minus x2. If you see this relation, what we have this relation, 13 by 6 m we are having. So which is equals to 13 by 6 em, right? So we are having x1 value and x2 value. So x1 value, if you see, what is our x1 value? 2 by 1 plus 3m. Yes, 2 by 1 plus 3m. 2 by 1 plus 3m, and minus x2 is equals to 8 by 4 minus m, and modulus, which is equals to the 13 by 6 m, right? So by simplifying this, you will get the m value. Okay. Close the door. Right, by simplifying this, you will get the m value. Okay, so the simplification, if I simplify, then you will get the m value as m is equals to 1. You will get two values, but m is positive, so we will take the m value. So the m value is equals to so you will get two values, so you will take only one value, that is m is equals to 1. Since m, they mention it as the greater than 0. Right. But the next question. So if alpha comma beta are the roots of the equation they mentioned, this is our equation, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. If alpha comma beta are roots, that means a alpha square plus b alpha plus c, which is equals to 0, and same as a beta square plus b beta plus c equals to 0, which means here x is equals to alpha and which is equals to beta as well. So x is equals to alpha and x is equals to beta. So alpha beta cannot be equal, right? That is, I am not sure about that, right? So x is equals to alpha and x is equals to beta. Now if you observe this equation, they have given ax square minus bx times of x minus 1 plus c times of x minus 1 whole square is equals to 0. So if I divide with x minus 1 whole square, then it will become the ax square upon x minus 1 whole square minus bex upon, if I take x minus 1 whole square, 1 x minus 1 part will get cancelled, only bx by x minus 1 left, plus c, which is equals to 0. Now if you observe this one, I can write this one as ax square by 1 minus x whole square, right? And here plus bex by 1 minus x and plus c, which is equals to 0. Now if I take alpha, root of this equation we don't know, that I am taking alpha by 1 minus x. If I take, then this equation will become a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equals to 0 only. It is same as this one only. Same way beta equals to x by 1 minus x, if you take, then you will get this equation only. That means from here, if you identify the x value, that is going to be our root of this equation. So by cross multiplying, then you will get alpha minus alpha x, which is equals to x. From here alpha is equals to, so x plus alpha x, take x common, then you will get the 1 plus alpha. So from here x is equals to what you are going to get? You are going to get the x is equals to alpha by 1 plus alpha. In the same way, x is equals to, when you take beta, then you will get beta by 1 minus beta, you will get 1 plus beta, sorry, 1 plus alpha and 1 plus beta you are getting. So the roots are option C. Alpha by alpha plus 1 and beta by beta plus 1 are the roots of the given equation, right? To the next one. So if a middle term in the expansion of x power 1 by 2 plus x power k whole power 16 is also independent term of x. What do you mean by independent term of x? Yes, so the x power will become 0. That means that is nothing but the constant term only. Then in that case, what is the second term? So this is a binomial expansion only. First take general term, the r plus 1th term. If you take, that is given by, so NCR, that means 16CR. First term, that is x power 1 by 2 to the power of n minus r, 16 minus r. And the second term, x power k whole to the power of r. Now this part will become 16CR. So x to the power of 16 minus r upon 2. And here x power, so this part will become kr. Now what they mentioned, middle term in the expansion. So if you see the middle term expansion, right? So x plus y whole to the power of n. So when n is even, right? How many middle terms you will get? Only one middle term you will get, because number of terms are odd. That middle term occurs at r is equals to n by 2. Okay, so at r is equals to n by 2, you will get the middle term. And when n is odd, suppose the index of the binomial is odd, then number of terms are even. That time how many middle terms you will get? Yes, that's very good. 2 middle terms you will get. And those 2 middle terms occurs at, one occurs at the r is equals to n minus 1 by 2, and another one occurs at r is equals to n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so that means here the middle term occurs at which value now? R is equals to n by 2. That means r is equals to 16 by 2, so which is equals to 8. At r is equals to 8, that means at T9, our T9 will be the middle term. Okay, the middle term of this expansion, the middle term, so is T9. So that means T9, which is equals to, so 16C8, and x to the power of 16 minus 8 by 2 will become 4, and x to the power of, so 8k, right? So if you simplify this, 16C8 and x to the power of, since bases are equal, we will add the powers, that will become 4 plus 8k. Now what they mentioned, our middle term is also independent term of, independent to the x. That means this is our constant term. So when it will become constant, when x power is becoming 0, so it will become a constant term. It is also constant term. So when this 4 plus 8k, so has to be equal to 0. So that means from here what will happen to k value? The k value will be minus 1 by 2, right? Now when k is equals to minus 1 by 2, this is our k is equals to minus 1 by 2, that means what will happen now? So tr plus 1, right? The tr plus 1 will become 16cr, and x to the power of 16 minus r by 2, right? And x to the power of k is equals to minus 1 by 2. So minus r by 2 you will get, right? Now here what they mentioned, second term they are asking. How you will get second term? By taking r is equals to, yes, r is equals to 1 if I take, then you will get the our second term. R is equals to 1 if I take T2. T2 is our second term. Now T2 will become, what will happen to T2? 16C1. 16C1 will be 16 only, and x to the power of 16 minus 1, and here minus 1. That means 16 minus 2 upon 2. 16 minus 2 upon 2 means 14 by 2. 14 by 2 means, yes, x square you will get. So 16 x power 7, not square. Yes, 14 by 2 will become x power 7 now. So 16 x power 7 is our the second term of the x power 1 by 2 plus x power k whole power 16, when middle term is a constant term or independent of x. Then yes. Next question, the maximum of function they have given minus 1 comma 1 to the r, and here f of x is equals to maximum of minus of mod x minus of root over 1 minus x square if k be the set of all points at which f is not differentiable. So f is not differentiable when the sine curve is changing, or the sign of the curve is changing, or when it has the sharp edges, right? So now minus of mod x, if you remember the mod x graph, the mod x graph will be open upwards and having v shape at the origin. In this way you will get. So minus of mod x means what will happen now? The y value should be negative only, that means downwards. So this is this red one is our y is equals to mod x graph. Okay, sorry, y is equals to minus of mod x graph, and they mention minus of root over 1 minus x square. Suppose if I take y is equals to minus root over 1 minus x square, by taking squaring on both sides, it represents a circle only. X square plus y square is equals to 1. So circle having center origin. So if I take the extremities of the diagram 0 and minus 1 comma 0, if you solve the point of intersection of these two, so you will get a point of intersection somewhere at root 2 point, plus or minus root 2 you will get. Those are the our point of intersection. So somewhere here and somewhere here you will get. So we are having now sharp edges. Now graph of this one, according to the given conditions, our graph is going to be the only this part. Okay, so this is our the graph, required graph. Now in this, now you see the curve is changing its position or its sign at 3 places, right? So at this point, and at this point, and here we are having sharp edge. So this is one point where this function is not going to differentiate because sign is changing, and here also this sign is changing, and here also this sign is changing, right? So how many points we are having? 3 points we are having. There are 3 elements where the f of x is not going to be differentiable. So answer is option A, right? The next one, yes. So the point a square comma a plus 1 is a point in the angle between the lines and containing the origin. See, when we have a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0, then the angle bisector containing a point, and we have taken the special case when it is having the origin. So when the angle bisector containing origin, if I substitute this origin in this, then you will get c1 into c2, multiplying these two. So c1 c2 is greater than 0 and less than 0, depends upon the conditions. You will get the acute and obtuse angle bisectors, right? Now same way if you do here also, 1 into minus 5, what will happen? Minus 5, which is less than 0. That means the angle bisector will be the negative one. That will be 3x minus y plus 1 by the root over 9 plus 1. So which is equals to minus of x plus 2y minus 5 upon the root over, so 1 plus 4, that will be 5. Now from here what will happen? If I write 3x minus y plus 1 upon the minus of x plus 2y minus 5, so which is equals to root 10 upon root 5, this is a positive value only. That means this has to be always greater than 0. That means 3x minus y plus 1 upon the minus x minus 2y plus 5 has to be greater than 0. Now whatever point we are substituting, it should satisfy this condition. If we substitute a square comma a plus 1 in this, okay, then what will happen here? You will get 3a square minus a minus 1 plus 1 upon here minus a square and minus 2a minus 2 and plus 5, so which is going to be greater than 0, right? Now from here what will happen? So 3a square minus a and 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, then it will become, sorry, 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, then take a common, then you will get 3 minus a upon, here you are getting minus a square and minus 2a, right? And 5 minus 2, that will be plus 3, which is greater than 0. So by multiplying with negative, then you will get a times of 3 minus a upon, so this part will become a square plus 2a minus 3, which is going to be less than 0. Now we need to identify the values which gives the, sorry, this is not 3a, right? Because we have taken a common, then it will become 3a minus 1. Okay, 1 minute. Yes, so it will become 3a minus 1, and here also same thing, 3a minus 1. So according to wavy curve method, if we see, so now if you identify the points where the function is becoming 0 and not existing. That means denominator part is becoming 0. So those values are, you will get minus 3 and you will get the 0 and you will get 1 and you will get 1 by 3. That means 1 by 3 will be somewhere here between this part, right? Now if you see the graph of this part, then according to wavy curve method, minus 3 is not included, 0 not included, 1 by 3 is not included, 1 also not included. Then graph will be before minus 3 positive and between minus 3 and 0 negative, 0 to 1 by 3 positive and 1 by 3 to 1 negative, and after 1 you will get the positive. That means less than 0 where you are getting, when you multiply here this one which less than 0, right? Then you will get the negative part from minus 3 to 0 and 1 by 3 to 1. So answer going to be option C. Right, so this is going to be answer for us, right? So answer is option C. Go to the next one. Oh, sorry, I think I'm skipping the question. Yes, so question number 8. So a ray of light moving parallel to the x-axis and gets reflected from a parabolic mirror whose equation is y minus 2 whole square is equals to 4 times of x plus 1. Now, if you observe this equation, this represents a parabola only, right? Which is of this format, y minus k whole square, which is equals to 4a times of x minus h. What is vortex for this one? The vortex will be h comma k. And what about focus? The focus will be h plus a comma k. Now vortex is what here? So vortex will be minus 1 comma 2. So somewhere here you will get in the second quadrant. And the focus going to be h plus a comma k, a is equals to 1, that will be 0 comma 2 is our focus. Now if you remember the reflection property, the question is directly based on the reflection property. Now if you incident any ray parallel to the x-axis, right, parallel to the its axis of parabola on the parabolic mirror, on the parabola, then the reflected ray always passes through the focus only. Suppose I am incidenting one ray from here in this way, right, and its reflected ray always passes through the focus itself, right? This is what we have in the reflection property. That means the reflected ray passes through which point? Focus only. They are asking that point only. What is the focus for this? 0 comma 2. So the answer will be 0 comma 2. It is directly the property based question, right? The next one. So f of x plus f of y is equals to f of x plus y by 1 minus xy for all x comma y belongs to R. If you, by observing this one, you will remember the formula, right? So this is the standard functional equation, you can say, or the f of x is equals to, if I take tan inverse of x, right, then we have formula. If you remember, the tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y, which is equals to the tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy, right? So we have this standard result. Now that means here f of x, we can take it as the tan inverse of x. But here what condition they mentioned? Limit extends to 0. F of x by x is equals to 2 they mentioned. But if you take this one, limit extends to 0. If I write a tan inverse of x by x, and we know this is our standard limit only, right? The standard limit will give the 1 only. But what they mentioned here? 2 they mentioned. That means here instead of tan inverse x, we need one constant. If I take that constant, that limit of this one should give the 2. That means what constant we will take here? If I take something k here, then here also we will write k. Then this value is actually k into 1 only, right? That means k only. K is equals to how much now? 2 only. That means you are fixing f of x as the 2 times of tan inverse of x. This is our f of x which satisfies the given condition, that is f of x plus f of y, which is equals to f of x plus y by 1 minus xy, and limit as extending to 0, the f of x by x value is going to be 2. Is it clear? Next, what they are asking? They are asking us to find this value 1500 by pi times f of root 3 by f dash of minus 2. So we need f of root 3. If I take f of root 3 value, that will be 2 tan inverse of root 3. You know the tan inverse of root 3 value. How much it is? Very good. 2 pi by 3. Already 2 is there into pi by 3. So that will be 2 pi by 3. And if you take f dash of x, the derivative they are asking, right? If you take derivative for this one, tan inverse x derivative will be very good. 2 by, already 2 is there. Tan inverse x derivative is 1 by 1 plus x square. And now which value they are asking? F dash of minus 2 they are asking. Now in place of x, if we substitute minus 2, it will become 2 by 1 plus minus 2 whole square. That will become 4 only. 4 plus 1 will become 5. So it will become 2 by 5. Now by substituting these values in this expression, then they are given 1500 upon pi times f dash of, f of root 3. That is 2 pi by 3. And so f dash of minus 2, that is our 2 by 5. Right? So now 2 gets cancelled, and 3 ones are, and 3 5s are, and 0 0, 3 500s are 1500, and 5 also gets cancelled. Now 500 into 5 if you take, then that value will become 2500. How much it is? 2500 is the answer. Right. So if the circles, given two circles, are intersected at two distinct points, that means this is the possibility, intersecting at 2 points, and we will take their centers C1 and C2, and we know their radius also, radii also we can calculate. This is our radius 1 and this is our radii 2, R2. And what is the condition here we are having when two circles are intersecting at two distinct points? Yes, the difference of the absolute difference of the radii should be less than the distance between the centers, and which is less than the sum of radii, right? This is our condition here. Now if you take the centers for this one, how you will take? By comparing with the general equation of circle. What is our general equation of circle? Yes, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. And what is our center? Minus c comma minus f. What is our radius? Root over g square plus f square minus c. Now by taking that, for this circle equation, you will get our center. What is our center? Minus c comma minus f, that will become 8 comma 10. So what is our C2? C2 is center for the second circle, that is they are already given in the standard form 4 comma 7. So what is our R1 value? The R1 value will become g square, that will be 64 plus 100. And what is the C value here? 164 minus R square, that will become minus 164 plus R square, which means R1 is equals to how much you will get? R. And if you take R2 value in the same way, what is R2 value? So 6 only, because already it is in the standard form, x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equals to R square. Now you got R2 value and R1 value as R, then C1, C2. If you take the C1, C2 distance, what will happen to distance between 2 points? Yes, 4 minus 8, that will be 4, 4 square will be 16, plus 7 minus 10, 3 square will be 9, which is equals to 5. So which means from here what you are getting? R1 minus R2, that means R minus 6, which is less than the 5, which is less than the R1 plus R2, that will be, so R plus 6, right? So with the modulus again, you take modulus, anyway positive only, but still again take modulus. Now 2 cases you will get. The first case is R minus 6 less than 5 with modulus, right? So it will become like the value lies between from where to where? Minus 5 to 5 only. Now from R value, how much you will get now? 1 less than R less than 11. So this is going to be the answer, because when you take this condition, you will get the another condition. The another condition will be, so R plus 6 is greater than 5, R plus 6 is less than minus 5. Then from here R is less than minus 11, and from here R is greater than minus 1. If you take intersection part of these two, you are going to get the R value as from 1 to 11 only. So R is equals to 1 to 11. Right. Next one, if f of x is equals to 3x square plus 12x minus 1 and minus 1 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2 and 2 less than x less than or equals to 3, 37 minus x is our f of x. First condition they mentioned increasing. So increasing means when f of x is said to be increasing, what is the condition? Yes, the derivative should be greater than 0. Now if I take derivative for this one, right, f dash of x derivative if I take in between minus 1 to 2, that means only in this interval, f dash of x will become, so you will get 6x plus 12. And if you take any value between minus 1 to 2, this is always greater than 0 only, which means f of x is increasing. So for all x belongs to where? Close to minus 1 to close to 2. So option A is correct. And here f of x is continuous in minus 1 comma 3. That is what they mentioned, right? So continuous means like you can easily identify this answer because it is a linear function, right? Sorry, quadratic equation. That means polynomial function. The polynomial functions are always continuous, right? These are always continuous, but still between minus 1 to 3, the curve is changing its behavior at x is equals to 2. That means there is a possibility where this cannot be continuous at x is equals to t. So we have this f of x is continuous everywhere. That is for sure continuous. So everywhere, that means in the given interval, everywhere for all x belongs to minus 1 to 3. So we need to verify where the function is changing its sign or its behavior. So we have at a turning point or the graph is changing at x is equals to 2 because output is changing, right? So we will identify whether it is a continuous or limit is existing at x is equals to 2 or not. For that, what we will do, limit extends to the 2 plus f of x has to be equals to the limit extends to 2 minus f of x. If left hand limit and right hand limit exist and limit at that point also exist and all are equal, then that is continuous at that point, right? That we are having, right? So it is equals to f of 2 we need to get. Now for that, what will happen, x tends to 2 plus, that means x greater than 2. X greater than 2 means which function we are having? 37 minus x. If you write 37 minus 2, that will become 35 only. Yes, and x tends to 2 minus x less than 2. X less than 2, this is our function. And if you substitute here 3 into 2 square, that will be 4. 4 3 is 12 and plus 12 2 is 24 minus 1. So 36 minus 1, that is 35 only. The right hand limit and left hand limit at x is equals to 2 becoming same only. Limit at that point also same only because x is equals to 2 also will give the 35. That means it is continuous everywhere also. Understood? Now f of x is maximum at x is equals to 2 they mentioned. Generally when you will get maximum value, when the curve changes its behavior, in this way you should get. That means at x is equals to 2, if it is reaching maximum value, then that is giving the maximum value. How you will identify? So it's left derivative and right derivative. If it is giving the different values, or in minus 1 to 2, if you see minus 1 to 2, the function is increasing. That is what we have done. And 2 to 3, if you see, the 2 to 3 function is decreasing because f of x is decreasing when f dash of x is less than 0. If you take a derivative for this one, you will get minus 1 no matter what value you are going to take. You will get minus 1 only, that is less than 0. That means in between 2 and 3, the graph is decreasing. And between minus 1 to 2, graph is increasing. So since from increasing to it reaches maximum and again it is decreasing. So at x is equals to 2, the graph is reaching its maximum value, right? So f of x is maximum at x is equals to 2. So 3 options are correct. So answer going to be all the above. I hope it is clear. So from minus 1 to 2, f of x is increasing and 2 to 3, f of x is decreasing. That means there the x is equals to 2, f of x is reaching its maximum value. Okay. Yes, that's why f of x is maximum at x is equals to 2. Right. Now next one, the area enclosed by the closed curve C given by the differential equation. So they given differential equation with some condition. First try to solve this differential equation. So by seeing this differential equation, we can easily separate the variables, right? So the variable separation will become, so dy times of y minus 2, which means, so y minus 2 times of dy, y minus 2 times of dy, and plus x plus a times of dx, right, which is equals to 0. We can take directly integration, right, because variables are separable. Then it will become, so derivative will become, sorry, integration will become y square by 2 minus 2y plus x square by 2 plus ax, right, which is equals to something constant c, and they are given y of 1 equals to 0, right. That means x is equals to 1, then y is equals to 0. If you substitute here y is equals to 0, x is equals to 1, you will get c is equals to 1 by 2 plus a. And by replacing this value here, you will get y square by 2 plus x square by 2 and plus ax minus 2y, right, and minus 1 by 2 minus a, which is equals to 0. Now if you simplify this, then you will get x square plus y square and plus 4ax minus 4y and minus 1 and minus 2a, which is equals to 0. And it looks like a, it looks like what? It looks like a, the general equation of the circle only, right? Now you know the circle, and they mentioned that the area of enclosed curve, our curve is a circle only. It represents the circle only. Area of circle is what? Very good, pi r square. So how much they have given? Actually it is equals to 4 pi they have given, which means from here the r square value has to be equals to 4. What is r square value? The r square is given by root over, or root is anyway getting cancelled, then you will get to the g square plus f square minus c. What is g value here? G value will be 4a by 2, that will become 2a. So g square will become, so 4a square, and f value will become 4 only, so plus 4 and minus c, that will become plus 1 plus 2a, which is equals to 4. Clear? Now 4 will get cancelled, then you will get 4a square, right, and 2a plus 1, which is equals to 0. Now if you find the value of a here, I think let me check once, x square by 2 plus y square by 2, and here 2ax, not 4ax, that's why we are getting different values. So 2ax, then center will become a only, so it will become a square only, right. So this is only a square. So a square plus 2a plus 1 equals to 0, which means what will happen? A is equals to minus 1. So when a is equals to minus 1, then if I substitute here, then our equation of circle is fixed now, right? Our equation of circle is going to be fixed. Now that equation of circle will become, by substituting a is equals to minus 1, x square plus y square, and here we are having the yes, minus 2x and minus 4y, and here we are having minus 1 and minus 2a, minus 1 plus 2, that will become plus 1. So plus 1 equals to 0. This is our curve C, right? And what they mentioned here, if you see the question again, so in that they mentioned, let P and Q be the points of intersection of the curve C and the y-axis. That means when it is curve is intersecting y-axis, what will happen? The x coordinate will become 0. That means point P and point Q, the x coordinates are going to be 0, right? And this curve C meets the y-axis. So when it is meeting y-axis, which means x is equals to 0. So if we substitute x is equals to 0 here, then curve will become y square minus 4y plus 1 equals to 0. So if we solve for the y value, then y is equals to 4 plus or minus root over 16 minus 4 upon 2. So from here you will get a 2 plus or minus So 12, and that we will write as a 2 root 3. So 2 root 3. So 2 plus or minus root 3. That means point P, one value will be 0 comma 2 plus root 3, and point Q, another value will be 0 comma 2 minus root 3. We found the P and Q. And next what they mentioned? They mentioned the normals at point P and Q on the curve C intersects the x-axis at points R and S. Now normals we need to take. Normal at point P. Normal at point P to the curve C. That means normal always passes through the center of the circle only. What is center of the circle? Yes, 1 comma 2 is our center of the circle. That means equation of normal at P is nothing but the line joining of the PC only. If you take that, then you will get y minus 2 plus root 3, right? So I am taking y minus 2, which is equals to, so 2 plus root 3 minus 2, that will become root 3 upon, so you will get the 0 minus 1, that will become minus 1 times x minus 1. Okay, so this one they mentioned this normal meets the x-axis. It meets x-axis at point R. That means it meeting x-axis means the y coordinate is going to be 0. So if you substitute y is equals to 0, from here you will get the x value. The x value will become 2 by root 3 and 1. So 1 plus 2 by root 3. Right? 1 plus 2 by root 3. Okay? And same way normal at suppose normal at Q to C if I take, then what you will get here? Normal, that is nothing but the line joining of the QC only. So Q point we are having, and center of the circle also we are having. That is given by y minus 2, which is equals to 2 minus root 3 minus 2. That will become minus root 3 upon, so if I take the y2 value is equals to 0, then 0 minus 1 times, so this value will become x minus 1. So minus will get cancelled here. Then again it meets the x-axis, right? It meets x-axis at point S. What is S? When it is meeting x-axis, y coordinate will become 0. If I substitute y is equals to 0 here, then minus 2 by root 3 plus 1. That means the R point, S point will become 1 minus 2 by root 3, comma 0. Now RS, the distance between line segment length only they are asking, right? Then the length of the line segment RS they are asking. The RS value will become 4 by root 3, because R point we found and S point also we found. The RS will become, yes, RS is equals to 4 by root 3. So in the options if you see, they given 4 root 3 by 3. So by multiplying and dividing with root 3, then you will get the 4 root 3 by 3. So answer going to be option D, 4 root 3 by 3. Yes, the next question. Question number 13. So minimum value of a power 5 plus 2a power 4 plus 3a cube plus 4a square minus 30a, where a belongs to positive value. Minimum value and a is positive, and which one we will apply? Yes, the arithmetic mean and geometric mean if you apply, then you will get the minimum value. So for that what we will do? A power 5 and here 2 times a power 4. So a power 4 and a power 4. And 3 times a cube, so a cube and a cube, and 4 times a square, then a square, a square, a square, a square. And next term will be, we need to get the, you see, 1 2 3 4. Next one will be 5a. So if I add and subtract 5 times of a, right? And the next one will be, if you see here, if I add everything, 30, and if you see this entire part, so 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10. So you are getting a 10, and here 30 is there. That means extra how much we need? More 20 we needed, right? So I am taking 1 up to so on 1. How many times? 20 times we are taking. Because AMGM inequality, you will take the sum value and greater than or equals to the product value, right? So now suppose if you add all these values now, then you will get a power 5 plus 2 times a power 4 plus 3 times a cube plus 4 times a square plus 5a plus 20 upon how much you are having here now, 35. See, 5 plus 20, 25, and this entire value if you add, that will become 35. So which is greater than or equals to all our positive values only. You will multiply all these values now. And so suppose a to the power of 5 into a to the power of 4 into a to the power of 4 into a cube, a cube, a cube, and so on. If you take, then if you add the exponents, because bases are equal only, you will get 5 plus here 8, 4 plus 4 8, 13, 13 plus 9, 27, 27 plus 8, that will be 35. So 35, yes, you are getting a power 35, and we are having total 35 terms only, so that will become 1 by 35. Now from here what will happen? So a power 5 plus 2a power 4 plus 3a cube plus 4a square plus 5a plus 20, which is greater than or equals to a power 35 whole power 35. So these two will get cancelled. 35 into a will become 35a. And if I take this 35a this side, then 5a minus 35a will become minus 30a. And this 20 will go to this side and it will become minus 20. And this entire expression will be as it is, right? This entire expression will be as it is, a power 5 plus 2a power 4 plus 3a cube plus 4a square plus 5a minus 30a. So to get this expression, we have taken this modification, adding 5a's and adding 21's. Then the minimum value is how much now? Minus 20. The answer is going to be minus 20. So this is by taking the AMGM inequality. Let it be method 1. So let's take one more method also, because whenever minimum maximum values are giving and one function they have given, then we have our weapon in our hands. What is that? That is second derivative test. So if you try to make the second derivative test, then we can easily identify the minimum value. You see how we will take the second derivative test here. They given a power 5 plus 2a power 4 plus 3a cube plus 4a square minus 30a they have given. Let's take this is some f of a function. Okay, so to get maximum or minimum, okay, so for any value, to here they are asking minimum, so we will search for the minimum only. What we will do, first we will take the derivative, and which is equals to, we will make it as 0, and we will identify the values. These values only we call it as the critical points or critical values. Now you will take this the second derivative, and at that critical points, whatever critical points we are getting, if it is giving a greater than 0, then at that critical point, yet, so critical point, let's take critical point here 1 and 2 are there. So at a critical point 1, what you will get? You will get the, when greater than 0, you will get the minimum value. Then minimum value if you want to find, then we will take the f of that critical value, we will substitute, then that will give the critical point 1. Let's take a1 here. This is a1. Okay, this is a1 and a2 suppose. Now f of a1 will give the minimum value. If it is less than 0, you will get the, at that point, what you will get? You will get the maximum value. That maximum value is given by substituting this value where we are getting the maximum value. By substituting in the function, you will get the maximum value. So we are searching for a minimum only here. What I will do, according to the second derivative test, I am taking the first time derivative and make it equal to 0. So if I take f dash of a, which is equals to 0. Now from here what will happen? Derivative will become 5 times a power 4 plus 8 times a cube plus 9 times of a square plus 8a minus 30, which is equals to 0. And you see this is a biquadratic equation. So how you will identify roots of this one? By first case is by taking trial and error method only we will do. If you observe its coefficients, 5 plus 8 13, 13 plus 9 22, 22 plus 8 30, and 30 minus 30 0, right? That means at a is equals to 1, if I take, what is happening? At a is equals to 1, it is becoming 0. That means a is equals to 1 is a root for this one. Next you to identify the other 3 roots, because it is a biquadratic equation. 1 root we found, then other 3 roots we need to identify. For that what we will use? We will use the synthetic division method. If you remember that method, then we will take the coefficients first, 5, 8, 9 and 8 and minus 30, right? Now from here what will happen? A is equals to 1. So we will start with 0. 5 plus 0 5 and 5 ones are 5, 8 plus 5 13, 13 ones are 13, 9 plus 13, that will be 22, 22 ones are 22, and 8 plus 22, that will be 30, 30 ones are 30. So which is going to be 0. That means A is equals to 1. That means this equation I can write it as now A minus 1 into, so 5A cube plus 13A square plus 22A plus 13. Okay, and if you expand again, if you product of these two, if you take, then again this equation only we are going to get. And next what we will do, now we identify one critical value, A is equals to 1, take double derivative. Anyway, double derivative going to be positive only, because minus 30 will become 0. When you take a derivative, everything will become positive only. That means for sure f double dash of A, yet A is equals to 1 going to be greater than 0. That means A is equals to 1 is going to give us what it is gives, it gives the minimum value. Now by substituting f of 1 will be our minimum value. So what will happen? So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus 30. This value will become 5, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 10 minus 30, which is equals to minus 20. See how simple it is. By the help of the second derivative test, we can easily identify the minimum value. Right? Good. So we solved that question with the two methods. Yes. Next question number 14. If we see the phi of x is equals to, they have given 1 by root x integral pi by 4 to x 4 root 2 sine t minus 3 times of phi dash of t dt. Now integrals are in the variables and function is in the other variable. So what rule you are remembering? Very good, very good. Newton-Leibniz rule. What it says, Newton-Leibniz rule. So integral, some function of g of x and some function of pi of x is there, and here f of t dt is there. Then it's a derivative, the d by dx. What will happen to derivative for this one? The derivative will become first f of the upper limit, right, and its derivative, upper limit derivative, minus f of the lower limit, and yes, the lower limit derivative. Very good. If you remember the Newton-Leibniz rule, then what will happen? We will take the derivative on both sides. Then phi dash of x is equals to. But you see 1 by root x, this is one function and this is another function. So we will use the product rule. First I am taking 1 by root x into derivative for this one. What will happen to derivative for this one? Very good. 4 root 2 times of sin x upper limit, and x derivative will become 1 only. Minus 3 times of phi dash of x, and x derivative will become 1 only. And plus what we need to get? So this entire part integral pi by 4 to x, and this entire thing we will write, and 1 by root x derivative we need to write. So here I am doing 1 by root x derivative. If I take, then minus 1 by 2 to the power of minus 3 by 2 you will get. That means here you will get minus, so here you will get minus 1 by 2 x to the power of minus 3 by 2, right? And now we need pi dash of pi by 4. At x is equals to pi by 4, if I substitute in this, then what will happen now? Here phi dash of, and here limits are there, right? Yes, phi dash of pi by 4, so which is equals to, so 1 by root pi by 4, that will become 2 by root pi, and 4 root 2 times of sin pi by 4. What is sin pi by 4 value? Very good, 1 by root 2 minus 3 times of the pi dash of, so pi by 4, right? And here what will happen? Pi by 4 and x is also pi by 4 now. Now when limits are having the integrals, integral limits, upper limit and lower limit is same, then function f of x is there. What will happen to its integration, and by substituting the limits, it will become 0 only. That means this entire part will become 0. Okay, because limits are becoming pi by 4 and pi by 4. Now from here phi dash of pi by 4, right, and here 2 3s plus 6 times of phi dash of pi by 4 upon root 5, so which is equals to, so root 2 gets cancelled, 2 4s 8 you are getting. And if I take phi dash of pi by 4 common here, then you will get 1 plus 6 by root pi, which is equals to 8. So from here they are asking phi dash of pi by 4 only value. The pi dash of pi by 4 value will become 8 by, what will happen here? So yes, root pi and 6 here. So root pi plus 6. Yes. So root pi plus 6 you will get. Is it clear? Right? And here we are having, which one we are having? 4 root 2 times sin t only we are having. So that's it. That is going to be our answer now. Clear? Yes. Answer is, I think option, which option it is? 8 by 6 plus root pi. Answer is option C. Yes, 8 by 6 root pi. Now let the mean and variance of 12 observations. So 12 observations they mentioned. Mean is equals to, we know, which is equals to the sum of all those 12 observations upon the number of observations, that is equals to 12. And they given variance also. We know variance also, sigma square, which is equals to summation the xi square upon n minus the mean square. This is our the variance formula, right? Now here what they mentioned for 12 observations they mentioned. That means n is equals to 12 they mentioned. They given mean value as 9 by 2 and variance value as 4. That means 9 by 2, which is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to 12 the xi upon 12, right? And 2 ones and 2 6, and from here what will happen? Summation of xi, which is equals to 6 nines are 54 you are getting, right? And from variance also, if we simplify, then what will happen? The variance value they are given it as the 4. Now 4 is equals to summation xi square upon 12 minus mean value. Mean is how much? 9 by 2. 9 square by 4. That will be 81 by 4. Now from here summation xi square, which is equals to, so 4 plus 81 by 4. That will be 16 minus 81 by 4 times of 12. So 4 ones and 4 threes, right? Sorry, plus this is 16 plus 81 because it will come to this side. Then 6 summation xi square is equals to 3 times of 81 plus 16 will be 97. And if you see the 97 into 3, that will be, so 3 nines are 270 and 3 sevens are 21. That will become 291. So summation of xi square, that means individual square values is equals to 291 and individual value summation is equals to 54. Now what they mentioned later on, it was observed that 2 observations are considered as 9 and 10. Out of this 12, there are 2 observations, we consider them as the 9 and 10. Instead of 7 and 14, that means wrongly we have taken, right? So if the correct variance is m by n, and m and n are co-primes, then what is the m plus n value they are asking? That means we need to find the new mean with 7 and 14 instead of 9 and 10, and a new variance we need to find. So they are asking only the variance only they are asking. Okay, the variance is equals to m by n they mentioned. To find the new variance, right? The sigma square with the new one, which is equals to summation xi square upon n minus the mean value, right? The mean value should be new one only, right? And it's a whole square, and this value also we need to get the new value only, right? First we will find the mean new value, so which is equals to summation xi by n, that is equals to 12 only we are having, right? Which is equals to, actually we are having this value summation of xi value. If you want to take the new value, what we are having here value, that value is equals to, if you remember, that is I think 54 is the yes, 54 is the value, right? So 54, and actually in this we are having 9 and 10, so we need to subtract minus 9 and minus 10, and we need to add the new values. Those are 7 and 10. These are the actual original values upon 12. If I take, then this is our new mean. That will be 54 plus 10. That will be 64. 64 plus 7. That will be 71. 71 minus 10. That will be 61. 61 minus 9. So 61 minus 9 will be how much you will get? 61 minus 9. Then 112 and 5. 52 you are getting. Right? Are you sure? Let me check once. 54, 7, 61 and 71. 71 minus 19 we are doing. So this part will become, let me check once whether these values are correct. 7 and 14. Yes, I have taken 10. Sorry, 7 and 14. So 7 and 14 if you take, then you will get the 52. That means 4 means 56 by 12 you will get. Now 4 3s and 4 1s and 4 4s. That means new mean, which is equals to how much you are getting? 14 by 3 you are getting. Right? Now new variance will become, what will happen? So new variance will become, so this value, new value we need to take. The old value we are having, how much we are having old value? 291, right? the 291, and we need to remove that 9 square and 10 square, because those two included in this, minus 9 square minus 10 square, and we need to add the 7 square plus 14 square upon 12 minus new mean square will be 14 by 3. So 14 by 3 whole square will become 196 by 9, right? Now if you simplify this value, then 7 square is equals to 49, 14 square is equals to 196, 196, 49 and 291. That will be 10 plus 6, 16, and 10 plus 4, 14, 14 plus 9. 14 plus 9 will be 23, and 2 to 4, 4 plus 1, 536 you are getting. 536 minus 9 square is 81 and 10 square is 100. That means you need to subtract minus 181. Then if I do that, 5 and 2, 3, 5 and 4 minus 1, that will be 3. So you are getting 355 upon 12 minus 196 upon 9. So if you take LCM, how much will be the LCM? Yes, 36 is the LCM, and 12 3 is 36, 3 into 355. That will be 3 5 is 15, 3 5 is 15, 1 6, 1 3 3 is 9, 9 plus 1 10, 1065 minus 9 4 is and 196 into 4. That will become 4 6 to 24, 4 9 is 36 to 38, and 4 1 is 4, 4 plus 3, that will be 7. So 784. So 1065 minus 784, 1065 and 784. So 5 minus 4 1 and 9 2 6 8, and here 9 minus 7, that will be 2. So 281 upon 36 you are getting, 281 upon 36. Right, this is our new variance, that is our m by n value, right? So we are getting m and n value as, so m is equals to 281, here I am writing m is equals to 281, and n is equals to how much you are getting, n is equals to 36. So m plus n value they are asking, m plus n is equals to, yes, 281 plus 36 will become 317. Answer is going to be 317. Right. Next, sin x plus sin 3x plus sin 5x plus sin 7x. See, if you remember the formula, sin c plus sin d, what it is? So sin t plus sin d is equals to 2 times sin of c plus d by 2 and cos of c minus d by 2. And if you take the first one and last one, then if you apply that condition, then you will get to 2 sin 7x plus x, 8x by 2, that will become 4x, and cos of x minus 7x minus 6x, cos of minus theta will be cos theta only by 2, that will become 3x. And here plus, if you see here, sin 3x sin 5x, again same formula if I apply, then 2 times sin of 4x you will get, and cos of 3x minus 5x, 2x upon 2 will become x. And here we are having 2 sin 4x common. If I take that common, then you will get cos 3x plus cos x. And again we have the cos c plus cos d formula. What it is? Very good. Cos c plus cos d is equals to 2 times of cos of c plus d by 2 and cos of c minus d by 2. Right? Now if we apply this condition, then you will get 2 times 2 4 sin 4x and cos of c plus d. So 3x plus x, 4x by 2 means 2x. So cos 2x, and 3x minus x, 2x, cos 2x by 2 means cos x. So 4 times cos 4x cos 2 sin 4x cos 2x cos x. That is going to be option A. Yes, you see, you know the mod of z minus z naught, which is equals to r, it represents a circle, right, having center at the z naught and radius as r. Now if you see z minus 1 is equals to 2, that means what is center for this one? If I take center for this one, c1 is 1 comma 0 and radius r1 is equals to 2. And what about c2? Center of the second circle, omega minus 1 or w minus I. So I means, so w minus of real part is 0, only imaginary part is there. So 0 comma 1. And what about r2? r2 is equals to 3. And somewhere here they mentioned, if you see the position of these two, c1 c2 value, the c1 c2 is equals to root 2, and r1 plus r2 is equals to 2 plus 3 5, and r1 minus r2 is equals to 2 minus 3 1 you are getting. That means 1 is less than root 2 is less than 5. That means circles are, what is happening? Circles are intersecting at 2 distinct points. So here we are having C1 and here we are having the C2. So this is our C1 and this is our C2, right? So this is our distance between this part, and if you take the radius will be R2 value will be from here to here. This is our R2, and from here to here this is our R1. And Z and omega, Z is this one, right? And this is locus of the omega. Now these 2 points are on this part only. They are asking maximum value only. The maximum value of mod of Z minus omega is given by R1 plus C1 C2 plus R2 only, because this entire distance only, that will become C1 C2 is equals to root 2. We are getting R1 plus R2 is equals to 5. That means 5 plus root 2. That means maximum of the mod of Z minus omega is nothing but the 5 plus root 2. They mention A plus root 2. They are asking A value. What is A value now? Very good. A is equals to 5. It's very simple question, right? Good. Now, f of x is equals to greatest integer function. In terms of greatest integer function, they have given. We know the greatest part of x plus n, which is equals to greatest part of x plus n when n belongs to any natural value or integer, right? Natural value or integer we will take. Now, this part will become greatest part of x plus 2 plus greatest part of x square minus 8. That means we can write this as the greatest part of x square plus greatest part of x minus 6. If I take greatest part of x is equals to t, some t, then what will happen here? It will become t square plus t minus 6. Then roots will become t square plus 3t minus 6. Then t times t plus 3 and minus 2 times t plus 3. That means you are getting t is equals to minus 3 and t is equals to 2. And moreover, in order to say 1 1 and onto, what are the conditions? When we say 1 1 function, when outputs are having the same input values, if inputs are same, then outputs should be same. Or you can make use of the to identify 1 1 function graphically. What we can take the horizontal line test, if you remember, right? Horizontal line test means if you draw the graph of this one, it is a open upwards parabola only, right? So the graph will be in this way. If you draw one horizontal line, it is intersecting at 2 points, that means it is not going to be 1 1. So it is many one function, right? The given function will be many one function. And see, greatest part always gives the range as the integer values only. But what they given here, range they given as the set of real numbers. So codomain is not equals to, right? Codomain is not equals to range of the function, because range is always set of integer values only. That means it is not going to be onto also, not onto, right? That means this function is going to be into function and many one function. So answer is option D. It's very simple, right? Now from a group of 10 men and 5 women, 4-member committee are to be formed. Okay, 10 men are there and 5 women are there. Then how many members of committee? 4 members of committee to be formed, at which must contain at least 1 woman, they mention. At least we need to have 1 woman. That means 1 woman if I take, then we need to choose the 3 men from here. 2 women if I choose, then 2 men you will choose. 3 women if I choose, 1 man. I can take 4 women, then 0 men also I can take. Then probability for there, the committees to have more women where we are having, this is the possibility, right? The probability of that event is given by this one, right? Possibility this one, that is given by 5C3 into 10C1, right? Plus and 5C4 into 10C0. This is the where you are having the more women upon then total possibility. Total possibility will be 5C1 into 10C3 plus 5C2 into 10C2, right? Plus 5C3 into 10C1 plus 5C4 into 10C0, right? Now 5C3 value, that is equals to 10 only, and 10C1 value also 10 only, 10 into 10, 100, plus 5C4 value, that is 5 only, 10C0, 1, 5, upon, if you see this one, 5C1 value is 5, and 10C3 value if you take, 10 into 9 into 8 by 3 factorial, that will be 3 into 2. So 3 ones are and 3 threes are and 2 ones are 2 fours are, 3 fours are 12, and 12 into 10, 120. So 120 into 10, 120 into 5, that will become 600, plus 5C2 is 10, 10 into 10 is 2 value. So 10 into 9 by 2. So 2 ones are 2 5s are. That will be 5 9s are 45. So 45 into 10, that will be 450. Right? 45 into 10, 450 plus this value will be 100 and this will be 5 only. So that will be 105. So which is equals to 105 upon, so 105 plus 1050, that will be 1155, right? 105 ones and 105 11s, which is equals to 1 by 11. The answer going to be 1 by 11. Now question number 20, sin inverse x plus sin inverse y plus sin inverse z is equals to minus 3 pi by 2. So directly we can take. It is possible if and only if the sin inverse x is equals to sin inverse y, which is equals to sin inverse z, which is equals to minus pi by 2 only. Which means x is equals to y is equals to z is equals to what you will get, minus 1. So that means minus 1 into 1, 1 plus 1 which is equals to 3. Answer is 3 for this. Yes, let f of x be a differentiable function such that 2 times of f of x plus y plus f of x minus y is equals to 3 times f of x plus 3 times f of y. Okay. So first time if I differentiate 2 times f dash of x plus y minus f dash of x minus y, which is equals to 3 times of f dash of x. And one more time if I differentiate with respect to the another variable, then you will get minus f dash of x minus y, which is equals to 3 times of f dash of y, right? Now if I substitute here x is equals to 0, if I substitute x is equals to 0, then what will happen here? So 2 times f dash of y minus f dash of minus y, so which is equals to 3 times f dash of 0 you are getting, right? Now if I substitute here x is equals to 0, then what will happen? 2 times f dash of x minus f dash of minus y, which is equals to 3 times of f dash of y. Now from here what will happen? So we are getting f dash of x is equals to 0, right? This will be y. Now if I take it this way, then f dash of y. So yes, f dash of y is equals to minus of f dash of minus y you are getting, right? And if you apply this condition, because minus of f dash of minus y if I take, and f dash of 0 value how much they have given? 0 only they have given. From here what will happen? 2 times f dash of y, and this value is equals to f dash of y, so plus f dash of y, which is equals to 0. Now from here what will happen? 3 times f dash of y is equals to 0, which means f dash of y is equals to 0, which means f of y is equals to something constant, right? Because if you take integration, then f dash of y, if you take integration, which is equals to c, and when f of y is equals to c, then what will happen to f of x? F of x is equals to 0, right? Because I have taken x is equals to 0 only. F of x is equals to 0 we got already. Now f of x is equals to 0, f of y is equals to c. Now f dash of x is also 0 only, right? Now what will happen when you substitute x is equals to 5 also? The answer will become 0 only. Right. Now area they are asking, right? So if you observe this one, this curve, 3x square is equals to 4y and 4y is equals to 6x plus 24. And if you solve for the point of intersection, that will become x square is equals to 2x plus 8. Then you will get the point of intersections. X square minus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. You will write x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. If I take x common, x minus 4 plus 2 common, x minus 4. Then point of intersections are, one is at minus 2. At this point it is intersecting, right? And another one is intersecting at the another point, that is x is equals to 4, right? That means in area will become, now this area only they are asking us, right? One parabola and one straight line. Now area is equals to integral minus 2 to 4, the upper line. Upper line is what? Straight line only. What will be the straight line now? Y is equal to 6x plus 24 by 4. That will become 3 by 2 times x plus, and 24 by 4 will become 6, minus the lower curve. Lower curve is what? Our curve only, like that is our parabola. So open upwards parabola. That will become 3x square by 4. And if you take the integration for this and applying limits, then you will get 3 by 2 times of x square by 2 and plus 6x minus 3x cube by, so 3 4 is 12 you will get. Okay. So now here limits are minus 2 to 4. Now by substituting limits now, 4 if I substitute here, now this will become 4 square. 4 square will become 16. So 16 by 4. So 4 will gets cancelled. 3 4 is 12 you will get up. And plus, so 6 4 is 24. Minus, if I take 4 cube, 4 cube will be 64. So 3 into 4 cube, that will be 64 upon 12. Now 3 1s and 3 4s, 4 1s, 4 16s. How much you will get here? 16 you will get by substituting the upper limit. And minus of lower limit if I substitute. Minus 2, 2 square, 4 will get cancelled, 3 is remaining. And 6 into minus 2, that will be minus 12. And here 2 cube will be 3 into, with negative, that will become plus, and 8 by 12. So 3 1s and 3 4s, 4 1s, 4 2s. Now here you will get the plus 2. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 minus 12. 5 minus 12 will become minus 7. Minus into minus, plus 7. Plus 7. And if you simplify this, you will get the 20 as this value, because 12 plus 16. And if you subtract, then you will get the 20. 20 plus 7, that will be answer going to be 27. Yes, answer is 27. Yes, and this is very simple question, direct question. There are 5,000 identical passes for an event which is to be distributed among 100%. So, and such that Pi gets, that means first person 1 gets how many? I minus 1 passes, that means 0 passes. P2 is getting 1 pass, and P3 is getting 2 passes, and so on. P100 you will get 99 passes, right? The number of ways of distributing the passes is MCN. So total how many we are having? 5,000, right? For how many of them we are giving? For 100 of them, plus 100 minus 1, and again we need to take the minus 4,950 with C 100 minus 1, because we are taking the minus 4,950. Now how much value this part will become? So 5,000 minus 4,950 will be 50. So 50 plus 100, 150. 150 minus 1, that will be 149 C 99, or you can write 149 C 50. These are the two possibilities. So they are asking greatest value of m minus n. So m minus n, if I take here 50 you will get, and here you will get the 99. So answer going to be 99. Yes, so 24th question. A vector they have given, C vector they have given, and B they didn't give. 3 vectors such that A cross B is equals to C. Okay, A cross B, which is equals to C they mentioned, and A dot B is equals to 1. Okay, the length of projection vector of B on the vector A cross C is L. That means L is equals to what they have given. So A cross C, the dot product with B upon the magnitude of the A cross C, right? Now we need dot product with B. If I take dot product with A cross B, right, and here on A cross C only, yes, A cross C dot product with B. So if I take with dot product with C on both sides, then you will get A cross B, the dot product with C, it will become magnitude of C square only. What is going to be the magnitude of C square value? Root over 1 plus 1, 2. Root 2 whole square will become 2 only. That means this value will be 2 only, because A cross C dot B, A cross B dot C value will be scalar triple product only. You will get the same value. And magnitude of A cross C we need. First A cross C vector if you find, then I, J, K, A is equals to 1, 1, 1, C is equals to 0, 1, minus 1. Then A cross C will be I times of minus 1, minus 2, minus 2. And minus J times of 1 into minus 1, and plus K times of minus 1, 1 into 1, 1 only. Now it will become minus 2I and plus J and plus K. Now magnitude if I take, then magnitude value will become root over 4 plus 1 plus 1, that will be root 6. And they are asking 6L square. So if I take L square, it will become 4 by 6. 6L square will become, yes, answer will become 4. Answer is equals to 4. Yes. Let's take the last question. Yes, 25th question. What they mention, if the sum of the coefficients of all the positive even powers, all positive even powers of x in the binomial expansion is, they have given 5 power 10 minus beta times 3 power 9. Then what is the beta value? Okay. First we will take the general term. First, for what values of R you are going to get the positive even powers, that we need to identify. The general term will be, yes, 10CR 2x cube whole to the power of 10 minus R and 3 by x whole to the power of R. That will be 10CR 2 power 10 minus R and 3 power R, x power 30 minus 3R and x power minus R. That will become here minus R. So that is going to be 10CR 2 power 10 minus R and 3 power R, x to the power of 30 minus 4R. Now where you will get the positive even powers? Positive even powers means 0, 2, 4 and 8, 6, 8 and so on. That means R value, so 30 minus 4R has to be even power we need to get. So 30 minus 4R has to be the multiple of 2, right? The multiple of the sum 2k. Now R values we are fixing. R is equals to what condition we have? R condition we are having from 0 to 10 because NCR. This is the condition, right? So R is equals to 0 if I take 30 minus 0, 30 only, no problem. 1 if I take 30 minus 4, 24 even power. So 2 you can take, 3 you can take, 4 you can take, 5 you can take, 6 you can take, 7 you can take, 8 can we take? No. 30 minus 32, that will become minus 2, right? That is even power only but negative, right? So they mentioned sum of even positive even powers. So till 7 only we need to take. Now when you take till 7, now the sum of powers will become, what will happen? First R is equals to 0. To 10C 0, 2 power 10 and 3 power 1. 3 power 0, that is going to be 1. Plus 10C1, 2 power 9 into 3 power 1 and plus 10C2, 2 power 8 into 3 square up to so on 10C7 2 power 10 minus 7, that will be 3 and 3 power 7, right? And if you take the sum of all binomial coefficients by taking x is equals to 1, what will happen? You will get 5 power 10 which is equals to, so summation of all these values 10C R is running from 0 to 10, right? But till 7 only we are having. So what I will do, I will add the remaining part 10C8 2 power 2 into 3 power 8 and 10C9 into 2 power 1 into 3 power 9 and plus 10C10 into 3 power 10. If I add and subtraction of this part 10C8 into 2 power 2 3 power 8 minus 10C9 into 2 into 3 power 9 minus 10C10 into 3 power 10. Now this entire value, right? So this till this here, this entire value what we can write? Very good. This is nothing but the 5 power 10, right? Now 5 power 10 minus of the remaining part we will write, right? So that will be 5 power 10 minus 10C8 into 2 power 2 into 3 power 8 and minus 10C9 into 2 into 3 power 9 minus 10C10 into 3 power 10. So 5 power 10, the minimum value here we are having 3 power 8. If I take a 3 power 8 common, 10C2 only you will get, right? 10C2 value will be 10 into 9 by 2. So 2 1s are 2 5s, so 5 9s are 45. So 45 into 4 you will get, right? Minus 10C9 means 10C1 only, that will be 10 only. So 10 into 3 power 8 went and 2 into 3 left. So 2 into 3 that will be 6. Minus 10C0 will be 1. 3 power 8 went. So 3 square is left. Now 5 power 10 minus 3 power 8 into, if I take one more 3 common, then it will become 15 into 4 because this one 45 we can write 3 into 15 minus 10 into 2. From 6 I can have taken 3 also out minus 3. Then what will happen? 5 power 10 minus 3 power 9 times of 15 4 ja 60 minus 10 2 ja 20 minus 3, right? So this is going to be our value. This is our beta value. 6 minus 20 minus 3. Okay, sorry. This is positive only because I have taken negative common, right? So 60 plus 20 plus 3. That will become 5 power 10 minus 3 power 9 times of 83. What is our beta value now? Because they are asking beta value only, right? What is our beta value? Yes, that's very good. Beta is equals to 83. Done? Yes. We have completed. Yes, right.